Hello, sports fans. We got a few people in stream right now. We're going to pop on early. We're going to do some fun stuff this quarterfinals. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch these guys set up some rocks. We're going to watch them set up their ships.
I am so excited for the rock setting up, Devin. Let me just say how excited I am.
Oh, very excited. And then once they've set up the rocks and the ships, we're going to have them come back.
Oh my God, here's the first rock. I cannot contain myself.
Is it going to be 2-2? I'm so excited.
I just don't know.
It's a 2-2, Joe.
Oh my God.
It's a 2-2.
That is classic.
Rookie mistake. You got to deploy it at
2-3.
2-3. It affects your opponent for an extra round.
I enjoy 2.5 myself.
Put him off a little bit.
Because I'm just that hipster X-Wing guy that just has to do something different.
So, and then we're going to have the guys come back and talk about the strategy for the game a little bit. Where they want to go, what do they want to do, their strategy behind rock placement, the strategy behind the deployment, where they want the engagement to be, and then in post, the producer Travis
on their list too. I really want to find out whether they're choosing the pilots they chose because they were maxed out in the season, or whether this was what they always wanted, or just like their thoughts behind it.
Well, Robin has been a fan of mid-tier ARCs only lists, and these are his 14th and 15th defenders flown this season, so certainly he is a monster with those ships.
When you get in that groove, how can you say no, right?
So what we're going to do, and then when we put these videos up on YouTube, is we're going to take this audio, throw it in the garbage, because it's terrible. I'm not going to lie, Joe.
Lord,
it's pretty bad.
I am so happy about that.
Yeah.
I can just say anything then.
Yeah, avoid anything that gets this demonetized. And
well,
we're
if you're
going
not doing
to
that on your own. I doubt I'll be able to.
Listen, I'm pretty good at keeping things monetized. And then, so we're going to have them talk. We're going to have them figure things out. Where they're going to tell you all these things about how they're going to play.
Yep.
And then we're going to bomb right into the game. So, I mean, these are two interesting lists. This is, again, ARC's only mid-tier format for here in the Toronto Prototype League, which is ARC's only. You can't use turrets or torpedoes or missiles or turrets or...
And an interesting question came
alternate firing arcs?
Snapshot in an ARCs only match.
Apparently, yes.
Munitions, yeah. Okay. So
there are munitions. Right. You can take cannons in ARCs only.
Oh, okay, sorry, I misunderstood.
And Snapshot is an EPT, so it's not secondary weapons.
Well, it is sort of a secondary weapon.
Yeah, but it doesn't ban secondary weapons. ARCs only doesn't ban secondary weapons.
Right. Okay.
It bans munitions and turrets.
Okay. So this is viewing, this is...
Yeah.
Okay.
So this here is the number of people watching. This is the number of chats they're dumping into here. So we've got, you can see here whether it's going to say, we're just talking about chat. Chat, we're talking about you.
Yes,
we
are.
So we can see both Twitch chat and YouTube chat in the same place. Fancy. Travis. Producer Travis is amazing.
All this because this is my first time casting, so I have no idea the layout. Or
you casted 2016 regionals.
I jumped into cast and just sort of like was a background voice. I wasn't the man on the mic. Come on.
Just because you were drunk doesn't mean it didn't happen.
And just because I was drunk,
that's not how consent works, Joe.
All right.
All right.
So,
of course, Joe. All right, we're good.
Should we talk about the lists?
We can talk about the list. Remember, this audio is all going to be dumped out, but we got a few people in chat. These lists are great. We got a really solid list from Robin. He's got Glaives with Juke and X7. So that's going to be able to tear up.
Oh, that's just solid. That is just solid efficiency.
They're just some solid chips. And like I said, this is the 14th and 15th defenders that Robin's flown this season. I mean, he's a seasoned... He's a seasoned defender player.
I was terrified of him then.
And then he's got Connor Jacks. Always good. He's
always
great.
Good.
Yeah.
I think in this match, Connor Jacks is going to be my favorite pilot to watch.
Well, if we look at Star Killer base pilot, right? He's got pattern analyzer. He's got advanced optics. He's got PALP, ion projector, collision detector. Okay, so
I nodded right there for anyone who couldn't hear it.
Yeah, Joe's constantly nodding, so just pretend that he agrees with everything I say unless he vocalizes that he doesn't. So, look.
Okay, I'm looking.
Karner's going to get in. Karner can get in close to that Starkiller base pilot, and he can't spend that focus. He can't.
Oh, that would be funny. And I'm also thinking like Karner is going to be.
And that big cannon on it. That's 4 dice.
Yep.
I mean, it's if you can't modify that, it's going to be problematic.
I kind of want Karner to just like harass Whisper and just deny him any real benefits to things. Oh, and Wampa. Gotta love Wampa. All right.
A Wampa's just a beautiful little ship with
Oh
Palpatine.
man, I don't even need whenever I play Wampa, I'm not even bringing Palpatine. He's a harasser who eventually squeaks in damage. Mind you, I'm a terrible Imperial player, so that might not be for everyone.
Listen, Joe, I'm going to miss Wampa in 2.0.
Oh, is he not going?
We don't know. We don't have him yet.
Oh, you have to have Wampa. Hey, Pickles.
It's all right. I'm going to miss Wampa. But we've got Iden Verso. We've got Valen Rudor, the braggadocious Baron.
What other pilots aren't actually making the 2.0 that we know of?
The only TIE fighter pilots that survived are Mauler Mythel,
Okay.
Scourge,
Yes.
Night Beast. No, Night
I
Beast.
think I see Night.
And Howlrunner.
Howlrunner made it?
Howlrunner made it.
Huh.
And Howlrunner is better now. So her pilot ability now says ships 0 to 1 instead of ships at 1, other ships at 1. So Howlrunner now affects herself, Joe.
Ooh,
So
that is vaguely slightly more helpful than not. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now you can put something like Juke on Howlrunner, and if Juke works, if Juke works in a similar vein, you put Juke on Howlrunner. You always take that evade, and you're in for the races. You're good. So she's
and Devin, who is for anyone who doesn't know, all 5 of you. He is one of the probably more veteran Swarm players in Toronto with the TIE Swarm. So
in the world, maybe?
In the world? Well, yeah, maybe at this point, yeah.
All right.
How many Swarm players are even left there?
Like 6.
Like, yeah.
I'd say I was in the top 5.
I would definitely put you in the top 6 of that 6. Absolutely. But yeah, you ever try? I mean, I'm sure you must have tried this, but just swarm leadering out your whole swarm with Black Squadron, so that everyone's firing at pilot skill 8 or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah. What's up, Victor?
Oh, here we go. First
All right.
interview on the way. We have with us Robin, and I am well ahead of things, but he's sitting down now.
All right, Robin. So we're looking for your take on how the rock setup went, what your plans are. It seems like we've got a little bit of a refused flank here for you on, I guess, our right, your right, and so what's your general idea going into this match? And take it from here.
Right, so I know based on his list that if I simply jousted it with everything, I would probably win. But with the shuttle setup in the corner like that, I'm a Imperial Aces player, so I fly Pulp Shuttle a lot, and I like to do that setup when I'm going to set up a self bump. So I realized if I just flew up the top edge of the board as fast as I could, just to joust him before he's really set up, I won't have any good space to turn around, and that's a problem for defenders that really need to turn around. So even though I probably would have won the joust, I decided to come up his flank instead. I'm fast enough to just race up my side and then turn down the middle, which gives me tons of space to turn around. And Karnar is pointing the other way just to act as a flanker, because he can squirrel through the rocks whatever way he wants to go.
Very
And
nice.
now, so the rocks are sort of set up like a 6 on a D6. Now, was this something that intentional that you did, breaking up the rocks to give you these right angle lanes for your defenders?
Ben really started it with his first placement at the 2-2 corner, and I didn't want to allow the rocks to get really bunched in any particular section, because then that makes it more difficult to set up the turning lanes for the defenders. So I just followed the corner game as well. I didn't really mind if there's a lot of open space, because sure, Whisper can do all the dancing that they like, but defenders still turn around better than Whisper does.
All right, where do you think the engagement is going to happen on the map? Where do you think the first engagement is going to go? What do you think would be a preferential engagement for you? What would be an ideal engagement with Ben's list?
Likely, if I'm approaching on my side and I turn left, right into the middle lane, heading to the top of the board, that would probably be the best, because then I have the widest space to turn around. I can do barrel rolls if I want. I can even bank and then turn around if I want. It really depends on where his first turn is. If he does a left bank with his shuttle, then instead of turning up the middle, I'll turn up the right column, which will be on his side, to meet him there.
Yeah, right in his deployment.
And what do you think of his build, and what do you think of his Starkiller-based pilot? It seems a bit of a Swiss Army knife there of a ship.
We can't see the ship on the stream just because it's a little cut off, but it's extremely beautiful. It's painted red. He modded the shuttle wings onto it. It's completely gorgeous, and I'm going to shoot the crap out of it, and it's going to die.
All right, great. I think we're good.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to shoot the crap out of it. And it's going to die. It's a great way to end an interview.
Right.
Good
Best
luck,
of luck,
Robin.
sir.
All right, guys. So we're just gonna kill time until Ben gets up here.
I meant to ask him. Like, he put down the 3 rocks along his board edge.
No,
I think, right?
Ben put down the big one at 2-2, and Ben I think put down the middle one there.
Oh, okay.
So Robin did 2 of the. I believe Robin did 2 of the debris. But
Oh, that's hilarious. They
could be
actually
cut
put them
out.
down symmetrically to each
yeah,
other.
we do have a question in chat about whether excited and dreaded 2.0. Everybody is super excited for 2.0.
I am very apprehensive about it. I think it's going to be really, really good unless they fumble the app. If they fumble the app, it's all like I don't know what's going to happen. Anyways, here is Ben.
All right, Ben G.
What's going on?
So we're trying to get sort of your idea about how you approach the rock setup. You started with the big rock at 2-2. How you want to approach this match, where you want the engagements to happen, like what your general idea about setup was, and how you want to approach attacking Robin's list. And
Well, I wanted to keep the rocks in the corners, keep them out of my way, to keep open lanes. There's a big open lane in the middle. He's on the opposite corner, so I'm guessing we're going to engage there unless he's planning coming all the way down to my edge of the board. I haven't played this list in a while, so I'm going to try to castle for a little bit and then see what happens. I played an Upsilon shuttle with Nationals to good effect, but unfortunately this shuttle doesn't barrel roll. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
now I know you have a lot of experience with the Upsilon and in general in Starkiller-based pilots. And what was it's very expensive. So what was some of your thoughts behind advanced optics, collision detector, ion projector, some of these extra things we don't usually see on an Upsilon?
I think I played around with what to put on it for about 8 hours overnight, just going back and forth. I'm famous for not being able to figure out a list to play until the last minute. I wanted advanced optics to hold that focus. I'm planning on bumping, so ion projector with Palp guarantees I can keep somebody on top of me and basically eliminate one of his ships. I had a strong feeling he was going to show up with 2 defenders today, and he did.
Based on what, Ben? Based on
His history of asking people for ARC-only matches and showing up with 2 or 3 defenders.
Oh, I think I went down
Robin-
with that exact same conversation, but he did not play defenders against me.
Now, I think Robin has flown, and we said it in the audio that's going to be cut, but Robin has flown something along the lines of these are his 14th and 15th defenders this season.
Yeah, he's flown, I think, 4 Baby Blues and a random list against somebody.
that was the list he beat me with, the 4 Baby Blues.
4
Baby Blues is a fun list.
That's
It
a
is.
great
It
list.
is. And I don't know. It's last season, last match of the season, perhaps. I just wanted to play something that was fun.
Yeah. Now,
Sounds good.
I had one question for you. Robin's list is a little bit more equal in the ship and the hitting power. Who is your finisher if you had to choose at this point?
Wampa.
Wampa?
Wampa.
Yeah.
Wampa for the win.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Always
All right.
the right answer.
All right. We've got Wampa for the win, and we've
Wampa
got
for
Shoot
the
Him Till He
win.
Dies. These are 2 great answers to end the interviews with. So, Ben, good luck,
Good luck, sir.
and we'll get started as soon as the first ship moves.
All right. So, Wampa for the win. That is a catchphrase.
Listen, Ben's a man after my own heart. We've played several times. He's beat me many of them.
Yep.
And,
Ben's took the trophy home once, hasn't he?
No, I think he's been in the top before. I'm not sure if he's ever won the PTL.
Okay, I might be thinking of someone else then. But Ben's been doing really solid since he came out. He's a game school guy, right?
Yeah, he's a game school guy,
Yep,
very solid
yep.
performer. Always does really well in tournaments and in the PTL, and it's good to see him out.
Yep. Now I don't get out to face on Tuesdays, one of our more regular nights. But does Ben manage to get himself out to that as well?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's probably playing at least 1 or 2 games a week then at different locations. Good on him. I wish I had that kind of time. I really don't.
I mean,
I am commentating tonight.
clearly your mistake is working for a living, Joseph.
I think my mistakes aren't many. Something along having a life might factor into it, but hey.
All right, so they're getting going. They're planting dials. We're going to get moving. And you can see, sort of in the bottom left there, folks, we've got a token on one of the glaives. That's our Callus token, so we got it.
Oh, I meant to ask Ben who was going to Callus, but yeah.
Callus right there, the little, what's that, New Republic Old Republic symbol, something like that. I don't know.
Oh man, I can't even see it.
It's like a lightsaber with wings.
Something, yeah. I
Don't
know.
crucify me, EU lovers.
Please crucify him. It'll make my job a lot easier. I was wondering who Ben's pick on Robin's list is going to be to finish last. And I guess the Glaives is as solid a choice as any, which probably means he'll be gunning for Karner first.
Knowing Ben, he's going to block whatever ship he can.
Yeah.
Kill that ship. Right? And
Yep.
he's just going to try and do that a couple of times.
Does that even
And,
work with defenders anymore? I guess it must.
It does. They can be very predictable with the hard 3s and the 4Ks, right? Like we don't have Ryad. I believe Robin's already used Ryad.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
we should have asked him about that, just to see why they landed on these lists. But oh well. Opportunity lost, Joe. Opportunity lost.
yeah, I think we did all right.
So far.
So far.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it sounds like they're both of their initial engagements are going to bring them towards the center. I wonder where that's going to leave Whisper though. All right, handshake, and I think we're starting dials.
So we've got.
Zero
Welcome to the show, folks.
Zero stop.
We've got pattern analyzer, advanced optics on Starkiller Race Pilot. So this is the first of the season 11 quarterfinals, Joe. Welcome to the
Yes,
to the
sir.
show.
Oh, are we allowed to say, or we're not allowed to say the bad stuff anymore, right? We're actually
No, we're not allowed to say the bad stuff.
Okay, all
anymore.
right.
All of our earlier stuff has got cut out because these lovely people watching in the future have now listened to the interviews we just did.
Oh, okay, all right. I got it.
So here we have
All
what Ben said he was going to do, and
Yep.
Robin predicted is that we're going to get bumping out of Ben, and
Yep.
we're going to have
Setting up a bump.
Robin full tilt there, coming up his alley on the bottom, looking to move forward. Probably got a focus evade there.
I think that's a pretty safe prediction with these guys. All right.
And that number 2 glaive does have the Callus token on it.
Yes,
so,
sir.
You can see over there on Whisper that we've got Veteran Instincts Fire Control System Agent Callus, which is on glaive 2.
Perfect
Advanced
setup.
Cloaking Device. Very normal Whisper build.
Yep.
We've got Wampa, nothing on him, naked, just the way he likes. Wampa's a naturalist, Joe. I'm not
Wampa
sure.
is all natural all the time. I don't want him any other way, and anyone who says differently is wrong.
There you go.
Absolutely wrong.
And then we got Starkiller Base Pilot. Now, I'm worried about how
Okay.
chunky this boy is because he's going to go down hard.
Oh man,
And he's got.
I literally lost one of my season games because I forgot that the Star Killer has that much hull.
Right. I mean, it's got a lot, but he's going to go down.
Oh,
He's
he's
got
gonna
collision
go down.
detector, Palps himself, the mighty Queen
Yep.
Elizabeth II. If you have our alt art, advanced optics, which I love on that ship, pattern analyzer, which is pretty good on that ship, and iron projector, which goes into Ben's plan to bump everything till it dies.
Yeah, I think it's a solid plan for both of them. Actually, bumping till it dies is probably both of their ideas.
Do you want to go through Robin's list there, Joe?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so we have got, starting at the top, Karner Jax with a standard push-the-limit stealth Royal Guard tie setup.
Now, no auto thrusters. That's a brave
no,
choice.
I am way off. Where are those auto thrusters? Now, do you think that has to do with the league rules this year, keeping it in that mid-tier category, or is that
Maybe. He doesn't
maybe
quite
just-
have the points for it, and he opted in an ARCs-only format, which this is.
Yes.
So we can
Although
go
I've
through.
got to wonder about that points question because stealth device is 3 and autos are 2. So how could he not have had the points?
So if he's looking to knife fight with Karnor,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Stealth device would come in
then
a
he's not going to
little bit
be
more
at.
handy.
Like, it's only good at range 3, and if he plans to never be at range 3, if he can boost
Yep.
push into a focus.
You know what? And that's a fair point. Maybe Robin saw this coming, took the stealth device instead of it in an arcs only match.
Yeah.
Something that greatly benefits you out of
So
arc.
why don't you go through the glaives, and then I'll tell
All right.
folks what arcs only is.
So the glaives are both sitting on tie X1 and a juke setup. That is fantastic synergy. Just straight bread and butter. I foresee a lot of juking and a lot of just general tankiness out of these defenders.
4K, white 4K, to focus evade
Exactly.
with that juke.
You know, I remember when the Defenders just came out. I've been playing for far longer than is necessary, folks.
Far longer.
And they would, like, anyone flying Defenders, I could just predict that they would 4K for literally no reason, just because they could.
I think you still can.
Well, I feel like there's more of a reason now. It's the shininess has worn off a little bit on that 4K. It's still an incredibly good maneuver, though.
So, as an arcs only format, They can't take munitions, which is torpedoes and missiles. They can't take turrets. They can't bring ships with turrets or mobile arcs.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
And I believe this is also mid-tier. I'm not sure. Mid-tier is you can't take any ship in the top 30 of Metawing.
Yes.
Its exact build.
Yeah, and then these are all new, like sort of the tweaks we've put on this particular season of the PTL.
And the mid-tier is a guideline. Arcs only was a former bonus point that was not we had no bonus
What
points
was
this
it?
season.
I never actually read
Yeah.
the pin post, so I just assumed people would say Arcs only because they didn't want to deal with other things.
I mean, what am I going to do, guys? He doesn't read the rules. He doesn't follow the rules. He doesn't do anything. He just does whatever he wants.
Nope, zero prep, maximum
No.
effort.
I mean, what's the point of having rules? I have a 12-page rules document.
I couldn't even believe he typed something up. That's just... what happened to casual wing, Devin?
I know you're not
Can there
illiterate.
be a rule for
Like,
casual wing next season?
It just hurts
Is
my
that a
feelings.
thing we can do? That'd be good.
Joe, it just hurts my feelings.
You
So
have
it-
feelings?
No, I'm a
Oh
robot.
my god.
So
Devin, you're such a hot.
that was just calculated to make you sad. So we've gone through the lists. I think we've interviewed both the players.
Actually, we only went through Robin's list. Why don't you go through Ben's?
I did go through Ben's, and then I said, Joe, why don't you go through Robin's?
Oh god damn it!
So,
There was something shiny in the.
but both of them are following their plan right now. And
Yep.
general good rule of thumb is stick to the plan. The plan is good. We've got Robin coming up. He's trying to engage in the middle, but Ben's sticking in. Right. Looks like all of his dials are done. We got Whisper cloaked. Magnetized Whisper sliding sideways.
Yep.
Now, as any good Whisper player will tell you, or Graham Kirkpatrick himself, the mighty G, will tell you that the best way to fly Whisper is to write decloak on your thumbs.
I have heard he did that. That was in Quebec.
I was in Rochester.
Rochester, right?
I mean, or just any time that he's flown Whisper, he's written decloak on his thumbs.
Has he really?
I mean, he made the top 8 with three Whispers.
Well,
with
at
three
that
Phantoms.
point, you really probably need that. 'Cause
You
there's
need-
a lot of moving parts there,
Absolutely, you need. Listen, folks.
and that was
If
back
you
in
wanna
the day when like top 8 men you'd been playing for 12 hours.
Yeah, but in the days of yore before our 2-day events. So I'm excited to see this match. These guys are taking way too long, in my opinion, to get to round 2. Come on, boys.
Well,
Robin's
at this point, it's going to be pretty important for them to set up the correct engagement for their list. So that still doesn't mean they couldn't necessarily.
Who are we waiting on?
I don't even know.
Robin's got all of his dials down, so we're waiting on Ben to make a decision about where Whisper's going. Maybe.
That is probably actually the most important decision.
I'm
on
not
the
sure.
table
Oh
right
no,
now.
he was making a decision about Wampa. There we go.
Oh my God!
I mean, that's interesting.
Okay, are we taking bets on where
Ben's
Wampa's
gonna
going?
go.
Because Wampa's my boy this game.
I think Wampa's doing a 3-bank, but you never know.
I was going to say the same. Either 3 bank or 3 straight.
I think he was making. Ben took so long because he was making the decision whether he wanted to bump for a 3rd turn, or if he wanted to go long. And if we did a hard 1, he's bumping again next turn, and that's.
Oh
that's
my God, we're both wrong. Wampa. Beast.
So Ben has made the decision here, right? And that's what he was taking his time to decide.
Yep.
Was whether he was going to continue to slow his ship down with Wampa. Now,
Well, he could still do that. If a slow roll with Whisper and a decloak towards the shuttle would allow him to bump next turn pretty freely.
that's true, but he could also. He's cleared his stress. He could also just stop.
He absolutely could. So
Now, this is interesting from Robin because he did say
Yeah.
in his interview he wanted to engage on the far right lane, right?
Well, Robin's first choice of engagement was the center, which looks to be where he's sort of.
So he's
middling
setting up his
towards.
ships
Yep.
in a way that will allow him to do both depending on how quickly or slowly Ben gets his list moving.
Yeah, and this is just a versatile maneuver, just keeping his ships in that Swiss Army knife formation where they can adapt to any situation that Ben throws at them. Some players might have just sped along the board edge and hoped to force that flank engagement.
Now, I mean, that's great. He can engage now with 3 banks, hard 3s.
Yep.
5 forwards through the alley between the 2 debris there. So I'm drawing on the screen, which no one can see. So that's great. So just imagine
I
me
can
putting
see
my
it and I'm
fingers
nodding very loudly.
around the two debris down there.
Okay.
Now that's a very awkward place
that
for
is.
Connor
I
Jax.
kind of thought he'd keep Jax a little bit
I
more
would not have
towards the
boosted.
center.
Like he's
Oh, he's going all out. All right, so this looks like he is forcing that.
Now, the defenders
flank-
have to go
flank
fast.
Engagement.
He's just refused. He deployed in a refused flank. He's moving his way along the bottom of the
Yep.
table, right? He's trying to only engage parts of Ben's list. He's trying to get Ben into a disadvantageous situation. But that Starkiller-based pilot is a little more maneuverable than you think.
Yeah. And he has set this up very well, Robin, I mean.
Can someone tell me what... Oh, he was sideways. Okay.
I missed the maneuver, but
he
yeah.
did not decloak, and he did a hard 2 or a hard 3.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So, yeah, bumping with Whisper like I thought he might. All right, so
Very interesting.
I want to see Wampa just take on all 3 of these beasts.
Now Wampa's got to do at least a 3 forward. There we go. Being good boys, clearing their
Necessarily.
tokens.
He could just sort of start middling around, soft twoing it up.
I don't think so. I mean, soft 2 one way, he's going in a weird direction. Soft 2 the other way, he's going onto a rock. So.
Yeah. Now, if you were Ben, how would you approach Robin's list here? I feel like I would sort of bring the Epsilon in early, and with Wampa, start trying to plink one down. But meanwhile, I've always found the best way to come at defenders is from the side, just to avoid that 4K trap. And maybe I would power Whisper through the middle, perhaps, and start trying to get a side shot. And if he turns in, then you can just cloak right out of there and do your best to get out.
Absolutely, for sure. Like, I definitely want to see how Ben gets the Epsilon in front of his 2 other ships. Like, the Whisper and Wampa are so fast that it's going to be very interesting to see how he pushes the Starkiller base into the defenders and blocks them up and starts using that iron projector to keep them ioned and floating around. Useless in space.
And Ben's got a really great little dynamic there where he can predict Robin's 4K and block it. He could indefinitely trap that little defender that gets stuck there, potentially.
And certainly he can candy cane, or lollipop as Timbo Slice calls it, because he can't keep his candy straight.
Like, is this just relating to
a candy
children
cane,
with candy? Like, I don't get it.
Candy cane, Joe,
Okay.
is when you decloak 2, and then you do a hard one back.
Oh, hey, look at that. That's entirely
Right.
literal.
Right. So what he could do is he could decloak before anything moves, right? So you can decloak to block the defenders, and then do like a hard 1, hard 2 at the other one.
Yeah, okay.
Right? So he can block up the 4K, mess up the direction of one of his ships, and then get arcs on another ship.
That's all right. Yeah, that'd be a thing.
I suspect we'll see that at least once this game.
Yeah.
If you were Timbo Slice, I'd bet you a shiny penny.
If I was Timbo Slice, I might accept.
All right. Joe's not a gambling man.
I am not. I am a winning man. Ish.
Oof.
Yeah,
Deep
whatever.
cuts. Deep cuts.
Oh, whatever.
I think you've won more than you've lost versus me, bud. So
That is entirely true. However, you did serve me up a big slice of humble pie first game of the season.
Oh, I did.
Oh, you did.
That was a good game.
That was a fun game.
Yeah.
I completely misplayed my my list that game, but I had been out of it so long that it was just a good awakening instead of a rude awakening.
We got a couple of regulars showing up. We got
We do, and
Calvin
our chat has
and
almost
Mike.
doubled.
Oh yeah, chat's getting good. So
Yep. It's up to 10 or 11 earlier. Apparently, those people left. We
So
don't like them
again,
anymore.
see, Ben's taking a long time. It looks like Robin's got all of his dials down. He knows exactly where he's going.
Yep.
Ben's taking some time to make a decision about Whisper and Wampa, his wubbias.
Yeah.
And,
So what, with Robin's list, obviously the defenders are probably just going to go straight at this point. Are you doing something tricky with Karnar, or are you just sort of towing the line?
I'm expecting 1 Banks and a 2 hard from Karnar, because 1 hard from 2 hard
Now,
from
if he
Karnar.
did that, though, he'd be blocking the lane for the defenders.
See, a 2 hard is green for Karnar. He's got a
Yes.
stress from pushing last turn.
Sure.
Right? And that means that he could go either left or right of that B-wing debris that's in the middle there. Right? So, folks, if you imagine a hard 2 up board, right there we've got a decloak from Whisper on the top of the board. But if you imagine...
I'm very excited
hard
for this
two
round, folks, because he's bringing that Epsilon shuttle down in.
Yeah.
And sorry to interrupt, Evan, but there is apparently a ridiculously good paint job on that Epsilon.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see this.
So we've got a pad on analyzer. I imagine that'd be before a stop then, Ben.
Maybe. I mean, he could, like,
We'll have to see.
yeah, we'll have to see. He could just be going to range control Robin and get that edge on the first engagement. Nothing wrong with that either. But it's
So
looking
he
bumpish
pattern
right now.
analyzed a coordinate action to barrel roll Wampa.
Oh, yeah, nice. Okay, so he's just keeping that epsilon parked.
The Epsilon then
And
bumps into
Wampa
Wampa.
is,
Wampa does a hard one.
All right, and I think
I like that.
I like
that
it
a
too.
lot.
Yeah, I think we'll see something very similar next round.
So going back to what I was saying with Connor, we'll see a hard 2 green, and that gives him the ability to barrel roll into either lane, either
Yeah.
the lane, far right lane or the middle lane.
Yeah, and I really like that. Except if he were to, can he do that still?
I expected a 1 bank, but this is the same maneuver, essentially a faster maneuver with a barrel roll that allows him to commit to, again, either lane.
Now,
Right.
I think Robin's sort of committing the defenders to that lane, and as a result, he's going to probably have to push Karner into a different lane.
Well,
I
Karner,
think.
I mean, if he's putting the defenders in this location, oh, no, see how far back he's putting the defender?
I do, but I'm not sure a 2 would clear that.
I think
maybe
it
it
will.
would.
I
Maybe it
think
would.
it
Yeah,
will.
yeah. But he also still has that other defender to deal with.
Well, if it does a 5 forward, he's not going to have to worry about it.
Absolutely not. No.
We're gonna proxy Karner there. Oh, keeping the Callus token on the right ship.
Yep.
Excellent, boys.
Good token control. Glad to see it. It'll-
Using some 401 games.
are they
Ship
401
marker.
or were those Salt
Those
Squadron?
were 401 games. It's the same template. So
Oh, I see. Okay. It is a good template. I have some from Salt Squadron. They gave it to me at one of the regionals, I think.
well, we got some PTL ones coming at the end of the season.
Nice. I'm looking forward to that. Now, will that be for the Open in September that I'm only now just reading about? Thank you, Devin, very much.
I mean, we do have the PTL Open coming in. That's what are
That
you
is
doing?
not the right
Ben?
way.
There we go.
There we go. Grumpy old men here, folks.
We
Just
got the PTL Open coming in September, so that's
Yep.
going to be a 2.0 event. We're going to have Armada. We're going to try and have Destiny. We've got a stack of side events. We do 3 rounds of Swiss for only half the day.
Yep.
And then we do side events in the evening. So you do 3 rounds of Swiss Saturday morning, 3 rounds of Swiss Sunday morning, Top Cut Sunday evening. We got HOTAC. We got all sorts of fun games going on.
look at all those plugs. Oh my God, Devin, you're a master of it.
I'm pretty good.
Yep.
So he is committing to that tiny
all right.
lane. Now, like I said, when he was putting those defenders there, that he was going to come up, push Karnor into that right-hand lane.
I thought he'd mentioned something about keeping Karner in the middle, just a little bit more versatile that way. I was actually kind of secretly hoping Karner would go head-to-head with Whisper.
But I think this is good. Keeps Karnor safe. He's
Yep.
going to flank those ships.
Yeah, and you know what? With Karner, if he
There's Karner
I mean,
boosting.
if he can pull it off, he could get into a blind spot with that shuttle and just let her rip.
Are we going to see a little barrel roll here? Keep him in close with the defenders, which we've seen.
I don't think I would if I were.
He's not
if I were,
pushing.
Robin.
He didn't push.
Maybe he's going to 4K.
No, that leaves his dial open.
That does leave his dial
He's
open.
going to 4K off the board, Joe?
I mean, I would, but
Okay.
I'm terrible at Imperials.
That's a pro tip from Joe there. 4K Karnor off the board
Yes, to
before
any opponent
engaging the enemy.
ever across the board for me, know that is an approved maneuver for you. And possibly me if I'm running a Ghost.
Thank you, Joe. So Robin's done a very good job of keeping in his lanes,
Yep.
keeping his 4Ks open, keeping his engagement clean. This is going to be very interesting to see where
Yeah,
the
the ne-
Upsilon ends up. It's going to be maybe difficult for
Oh,
Ben
okay.
to engage. Ooh, that's a tight one.
Oh, that's
It's not going to
ballsy.
make. It's not going to make. It doesn't make it.
Now, in 2.0, as I understand it, a failed maneuver like that would be the loss of the ability to do anything further, yes?
We don't know.
We don't know? Okay.
So, if you fail a left barrel roll, like what just happened, you may have to perform a right barrel roll. We don't know.
Okay. I was under the impression it was like, okay, you try your barrel roll, you fail your barrel roll for obvious reasons,
Yeah.
and at that point
he would
you
not be able to focus or evade or target
Yeah,
lock.
that was my impression. That was it. That was your attempt at a maneuver. You failed, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I am kind of excited for that dynamic.
Flying casual, I think that is one thing I'm looking forward to in 2.0. It's very frustrating what they've done to the barrel roll, but it is going to be very clean for judges and for failed actions and for putting things back,
I'm
and we
just
won't
looking
have
at
a
it from
situation like
player's
this in
perspective
2.0.
And thinking about how many times I have shot Sunterfell all tokened up and plinking away at 4 or 5 dice and managed to do nothing.
What does a barrel roll have to do with that, Joe?
It's the principle, Devin. It's the principle.
So
You're not
the
gonna see
the only alleyway into that analogy was that Sunter Falcon barrel roll.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay.
The thing that I'm looking forward to is less of these defensive, tanky, tokened up beasts that you just can't plink a hit through.
Well, we've got a cloak there on Whisper.
Oh, yep. All right.
So now we know he can't decloak over that their TIE bomber debris.
Yeah.
So he's probably going to be the decloaking forward into a bank maneuver or a hard one.
Yeah, or I'm thinking he's going to decloak toward Robin's board edge and then maybe come in with an aggressive 3 or 2 and just try and do a bit of arc dodging while letting rip.
See, now Wampa's in a difficult position. If he
Not
isn't,
if he gets to coordinate action next round.
he can't, because Ben has to clear that stress before he can coordinate.
Well, Ben could clear the stress by coming up the top board edge and then coordinate Wampa into a more threatening position on the lower end of that debris there.
I think that would be poor positioning on Ben's part. I think
Could be. I think, yes.
stress be damned to put in a 3 bank and see what happens.
Maybe he'll do a 5K. I don't know.
The Starkiller base pilot cannot do a 5K.
You're just taking all of the shots tonight, aren't you? Why don't you should probably wait until the dice start rolling before you start calling the shots.
I should wait for the bar before doing the shots. Someone should have told me that around noon today.
Oh, yeah, we should do that later. Definitely. I'm in.
Listen, I had to do some distasteful things today.
Yeah,
Oh
but
my
you're a
God.
real estate agent. Like, when is that not the case?
I mean, you're not wrong. B, it wasn't real estate.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I was doing political garbage today.
Oh, my God, that's worse.
Oh, it is
That
worse.
is
Oh,
way worse.
it's so much
That
worse.
is way worse. All
I
right.
escorted some zombies around. Don't worry about it. Some like literal quick creeper skeleton men. So, all right, let's not talk about it. It's fine.
All right, yeah.
So
Let's,
Whisper, where is Whisper going to decloak, Joe? We can
am-
see Ben is taking his time. Robin has all of his dials face up. They're both of these boys are thinking this turn through. This is a huge turn. There's a whole
Yep,
lot
this is
happening right now.
Yeah, this is just before the initial engagement. So
This is very important.
I am thinking that Whisper is going to barrel roll towards Robin's edge, as I said. But now, with that pointing that out with Wampa,
Like a
how
barrel
he's out of
roll
position.
to maybe our left, the ship right, maybe a big hard 3 if he wanted to get close. That puts him sort of just in front of the middle rock there.
Yeah. I think Ben's going to play it cool with Whisper next round and just try and get his whole list engaging en masse instead of throwing it forward and potentially irrevocably putting himself out of position.
All right. I think from number 2, we'll probably see a hard 3. With number 2, we'll probably see a 3 bank.
Robin's 3 and Robin's 2.
Robin's 3 and Robin's 2, yeah.
He's pointing at
with,
the
with
screen
the glaive,
again,
glaive
but
3,
we're
glaive
gonna bear
2.
with it.
All right. And with Connor and Jax, maybe a hard 1, hard 2, hard 3 maybe. We'll see.
Karner's the real question for me because where Ben's Epsilon is, I feel like Karner is going to probably do a hard 3 in and maybe just try and skirt the board Ben's board edge there. The defenders I could see, 3 doing a hard 3 towards Whisper and maybe number 2 powering through to try and get some Wampa shooting.
Yeah. Like, I think he wants to get Karner behind
Whatever the defenders,
behind Powell,
yeah,
behind
whatever the
Starkiller
defenders
base.
are going to do, I don't feel that slow rolling right here is going to be the spot.
Yeah, I think Robin's going to bomb him in. And you
Yeah.
can see Robin's still... Ben's made all of his decisions, but this is a big choice for Robin.
It is, yeah.
How is he going to engage? He's sort of like 75% got the engagement he wants, right? Wampa's
yeah, pretty
Wampa's
much.
out of position. The Starkiller base pilot's going to be in a weird place, and Whisper's going to get a shot next turn, probably.
Yeah, and this is what I feel Ben might be doing. Like, he might just be delaying that initial engagement one more turn to try and get everyone exactly where he needs to be.
Yeah.
And he's also, if that is the case, Robin will have committed at that point to sort of project where his engagement's going to be.
Yeah, and it's certainly going to dampen Robin's alpha strike.
Well, I don't know. They're defenders and jacks. How far do you really think you can dampen that? But it will give Ben maybe a little bit better positioning for the subsequent engagements.
I'm excited to see what happens this
I am
turn.
very excited.
I couldn't tell you where Wampa's going, and I fly a lot of TIE fighters. Like I'm like, Robin sat there. He made a big decision. I'm not really sure. I don't know who you're waving at. But,
I'm waving at Kelvin, long-standing X-Wing dude. All right,
there's the decloak. All right. I'm looking forward to this. So he's going back, forward. He's trying to make a decision, and
yeah. Okay. So if he
very-
does what I thought he was going to do here, it'll be just a one forward or a one soft one towards the defenders, and then he'll just keep himself as far back as he can, or even just a cloak.
now the Phantom would be like a much more dangerous ship if it didn't have a TIE fighter dial, but it has a TIE fighter dial.
All right, Mister, you look like a nail. I am just as excited, and
So we're looking for.
whatever. Oh, come on!
And
the
it is
bump.
not on
Keeping
screen.
the thing just off screen. Oh, that's
So Benji's
near tragic. But you can at least see the red paint. That is
Benji's
something.
Batwing is red with magnetized wings.
Ooh, that's fun.
Just like in the movie where they extend upwards. He
Oh,
actually
that's cool.
severed them.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, I almost
He
saw it.
cut the wings in half. He put little magnets down on the wings, and then there's little bits of metal that stick out the tops of the wings. They're still attached to the ship.
Oh, that's fantastic.
There's the 3 forward. Is it over? It's not over debris. Look at that. We got
Nope. You know what?
we
you
got
know
OG
what,
boss Aaron in there,
Yep.
looking after things, holding down rocks, helping
Yep.
out with the movement.
Judging at his best.
We can see a barrel roll backwards, getting out of
okay,
arc.
so all right. So
Ben's
he's doing what I
thinking
thought
about
he
it, and he's gonna do it, folks.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. It's a pretty solid move. Keeps him out of most ranges of
would.
those
Yep. And so this goes back to what
defenders
I was
unless
saying.
they overcommitted. If they
Well,
overcommitted, great shot.
I mean, look where they are. They can't not. They can't not commit. Like
Looks
you know
like-
where they're going.
like Robin's going all in on the Starkiller base pilot.
3 forward.
He's trying to get that Alpha Strike off. He's trying to get all of his ships there. Focus evade, 3 bank from the second one.
Yep, both of them. All right.
Starkiller base pilot, I really like this positioning. He can hard one upboard. He can sit on the debris cloud. He's got collision detector. He's got pattern analyzer. He's
Oh my
not
God,
really
did you-
blocked up. He's in a great position to get in there and prevent those ships from K-turning or
target
doing
lock.
what they want
Nope,
next time.
failed.
No target locks. We're going to see another focus from number 2. It can't
So
shoot the
this is
Starkiller base
fantastic.
pilot.
Can you not just see a situation where
A
the
barrel roll first shot. Ooh, he barrel
okay.
rolls for the shot. So he went to target lock, something you can't do in 2.0. Went to see if he target locked. Didn't get a target lock. Went for the barrel roll to try and get into range.
Solid flying.
There's the hard
Karnar
2.
Jack's bringing up
hard
the
2
rear.
from Karnar. I imagine we'll
I am
see.
predicting a barrel roll here. Barrel roll boost. Try and get it. Try and squeak through that blind spot on the Epsilon's arc.
If he boosts and then barrel rolls, he'll be out of arc.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay. Ben using his Rebel PTL templates in the Imperial colors of dark blue.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Oh, that's such a great detail.
Robin would be using his PTL templates, but we
Okay,
sent them
now,
away to
now
apply
I secretly
perspective.
hope that he is coming super aggressive with the Whisper.
That's pretty aggressive.
That is not at all aggressive. I thought he'd be doing what was that, a 2?
That's a 2. I expected a hard 3, which is a similar maneuver on a Phantom.
I wasn't expecting a hard, but actually he is right where he wants to be. Unless I'm reading that wrong, he's out of arc of everyone, out of range of Karnar. So that is perfect.
Whenever you move Whisper, right, you have to be thinking about your 3 decloak locations.
Fair.
And you want them all to be open.
Yeah,
And in
fair.
this position, there he is. All of his decloak positions are open, and he gets a range 2 shot on a defender.
That's beautiful. Running a cloak clinic for my sake, Devin, you shouldn't have. And Ben, oh my goodness.
So he's
Look
got a
at
range
this.
2 shot on 2, range 3 on 3.
Yep, just checking out his
Karnar's out of
options.
range.
Yep.
Karnar didn't do what we expected him to do. He just
I
sat
was
there,
really
took an evade, and
I was really expecting him to be more aggressive with Karnar.
he doesn't have a great position on Karnar. I'm not really happy. I wanted to see a double reposition there and just hang crits and damage and push away those shields on the Starkiller base pilot.
Yeah.
I mean, if he was so aggressive with his defenders,
wait, hang on. This is critical. Is Wampa in range, or is my boy Wampa going to be taking some damage?
I think Wampa's out of range, but we'll have to wait for the glaives to shoot to see.
My heart is in my throat, folks.
All right, we've got Ben with Whisper shooting
Nice.
at number 2.
All the paint. He's got all
Callus,
the paint.
focus,
But it's a defender. He could
Now,
just not take damage
but
here.
we need to see paint on every single die.
I know. Oh,
Every single die.
got
We
fire
need to see
control,
paint.
right? Oh, and he's shooting at the guy. Is that the shot to the Callus model, or is that no?
And he
it's
takes
not.
1 damage. And he
One
takes,
damage.
Whisper hits, takes one that is
For 4 dice,
That
that's
is-
actually kind of good.
that is not the Callus model.
That isn't.
But he did only have to spend his focus, which he did. Whisper hit, and with the hit, he assigned his PTL Targalok with FCS, and he acquired a focus token, and he cloaked. And, all that action economy on Whisper, so incredible.
Gotta love it. Anything with a Phantom, you just
Look
can't help
at
but
that.
love. Oh no, leave Wampa
Range
alone.
3 unobstructed on Wampa,
Oh,
but
no.
he's shooting.
Leave Wampa alone.
That's the right choice.
He's
Shoot.
done nothing.
He's got to shoot Starkiller base pilot. He's
Yeah.
got to put damage into that.
Yeah, no, he's got to
One-
take down. He's got to take down Palp.
Just one crit. Ben's got this.
Paint.
He's not going to spend the. He's not going to
Why
spend the focus.
wouldn't he though? Oh, he took one. All right.
Yeah. Took a shield. That's the right choice.
Is he sitting on that advanced optics for anything in particular?
Yeah, probably attack. Like the.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's
I've
fair.
flown a lot of the Starkiller base. There's
Palp is down.
Ben using his
4 dice again.
4 dice, so now he palps in a crit. Spends his focus maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
Like I said, he was saving it for offense. And
Good call,
the
good
Upsilon
call.
needs so much help on offense. It's got 4
Yeah.
dice, but it's so hard to modify those dice.
I guess. Am I thinking of the wrong ship where it has the ability to take a fire control?
2. So it could take fire control. He does not have fire control.
Yeah, I guess I usually think
So
of fire
he used-
control when I think of it.
He used our Queen Elizabeth card. Beautiful. Beauty,
Yep.
beauty, beauty.
Was there any damage
And-
to on that?
Yeah, so number 2 Glaive has no shields. Number 2 Glaive has no shields.
Okay.
I mean, that's a rough engagement for Robin. I mean, I'm not sure. I guess number 2 didn't have a shot, and
Well, yeah, I think number 2 is just out of range as well as Jax. So, really, the initial engagement goes to Ben, I would say, but there is plenty of damage still to come.
oh, for sure, we'd want to see a lot more damage on that Starkiller based pilot in this initial round.
Yeah, but still, 3 damage in on a tokened up defender, that is not insignificant.
Well, he did take 8 dice, 8 fully modded, focus
Look at that.
rerolls.
It is the exact reason I hate defenders so much. I'm typically a Rebel player, just if anyone's out of context on that.
Joe is an amazing Rebel player.
I was once an amazing Rebel player, then things got
I think when
complicated.
2.0 comes, you will.
Oh, I'm going to be so into it. It's going to be great.
Oh baby,
Yeah.
oh baby,
They're bringing
2.0.
back mini swarms, Devin. Mini swarms.
Ace and mini swarm. My first tour champs, I went with Sentir as the Quebecois say. I played with Sentir and some Black Squadrons and Hull Runner.
Okay.
And I won my first tour champs with that. And
Very nice. I think, I only just recently won my first store champs, and it was bombing Ashoka Miranda build.
disgusting,
It was, and it was on.
disgusting.
You just say that because you didn't want to face it.
Ashoka bombing and Miranda bombing.
Ah, the good old
And
days.
I don't give a shit what the third ship was.
It was Biggs to recloak Ashoka.
That is so gross.
Oh, good times. Sadly, that list has been retired.
This is not.
Does anyone know?
No.
Okay.
Don't engage with chat.
Oh,
Bad
don't
chat.
engage with chat. All right, bad person who shall remain unnamed. Okay, apparently that's a thing. I don't know, so I'm still reading the chat. We're just not going to acknowledge that.
We'll work on it.
All right. Up to
So-
10 viewers, though, folks, so, 1 in 10 ain't bad.
Stellar.
All right, dials are down, dials are not down.
Dials are not down.
being
So
decided. Okay.
this is much more important. This round is much more like last round was very important for Robin to get right. I think it was a little clunky for him.
Yep.
He didn't get quite as much damage on
No,
Starkiller Base
certainly not,
Pilot
but
as he
that
wanted
could
to.
very, very easily change here. Now, the real question I'm seeing here is, I feel like the momentum is with Ben at this point, and it's what do you do with the Star Killer? Do you power him into that whole formation, ion project everything you can, and just create a god-awful mess?
Starkiller is going to do
Or
like a
do
2
you-
forward. He's going to do like a 3 bank. He's going to do a 2 bank.
Maybe. But see, look at the
Don't
lanes,
maybe.
Rob.
Don't maybe me.
I'm gonna maybe you all I
Don't
want.
maybe me.
mister.
He's got collision
You gave me a
detector.
mic. I'm gonna use it.
He's got collision detector and
Yeah.
pattern analyzer.
Exactly. So why
Right.
on earth wouldn't he just do a soft 3 or a straight 3 for that matter?
I did say soft 3
No, you said a soft 2. Block up all those defender lanes and then just
because
cause an
I
unholy
think
mess.
I think to block number 2, he's got to do at least a 2 bank.
Well, number 3 will block number 2 if he does it right. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they'll hard 3 and chase Whisper for a round or two.
That's a stress, and then he'd be double stressed, and that's bad. So I'm a fan of the 3 bank that doesn't leave him stressed, that blocks stuff up. It's not going to be a bad choice.
Is it a stress? Yeah, okay, yeah.
Because the hard ones are red, the hard 3s are red.
Very, very true.
So
Thank you, chat, for taking care of chat.
Chat jerks off chat.
Whisper, obviously, I feel like he's going to decloak.
Downboard?
Downboard. Come in on the flank, coming at them sideways, just as I had hoped. Jax is a bit of a mixed bag here.
That's going to be a hard turn, right? Like a 1 or a 2. It's going to come in there by that rock.
Devin is again pointing at the screen just to the left of that rock.
Well, he's going to decloak downboard, then he's going to do a hard 1, he's going to do a hard 2, he's going to come in there.
I could even see him soft oneing upboard.
You can't soft one, it's not on the dial.
Sorry, it's not? Really?
No.
Oh my goodness, I learned something every day.
So when I said it had a TIE Fighter dial without the without the 5 forward.
Yeah, okay. So maybe, all right, in that same vein.
I know you don't play Imperials, but you know how they perform. You've played a Shoka.
I'm pretty sure they have dials and
You were
stuff,
just
like-
bragging about winning a store champs with a Shoka.
Yeah.
That is a TIE Fighter
It's
dial,
a
sir.
Rebel TIE Fighter, though.
You think
it's
it's
different
it's
in
not
principle. We have better
Yeah, it's
pilots.
the only TIE Fighter with. Oh God, you do.
Oh, we do.
That is so sad, folks.
It is so great.
That is so sad.
Yep. Get the Force, baby.
So Robin again has he's got his dials locked in. That means I think last turn he went into this turn with a plan.
Yeah,
he was like,
I
I'm
think he
going to
did.
do this into this.
Yeah,
Right?
no,
Whereas
I think
Ben,
Robin is just going hard after that Epsilon, and hopefully he doesn't become trapped by it.
Well, that's what Ion Projector and Palpus
Yeah,
for.
exactly.
So Ion Projector, Ben gets to roll that die. He gets to call crit on it.
Oh,
he
I'd
gets
love to see it.
He gets to assign an Ion token to those ships. And
Yeah, and this is the part where I would just get so excited and power in and get really aggressive and probably lose on principle.
Joe, it's the second round of engagement.
I know, whatever. It'll be good.
Are you salty already?
About me not playing, I guess so, a little.
How many games did you play this season?
I think I got up to 5. I was a
Ouch.
little limited in my schedule. I can typically only make Wednesday nights at 4:01.
You are one of the few players who's played every season, if I'm not correct.
I think I missed out on the first season, but that is, I mean, aside from Aaron, who's been around since, well before me, I think.
Aaron is at 78 league games.
What am I at?
You're in the 60s, I'm sure.
Yeah, okay, all right.
I got all that and some stats on my computer at
Are
home.
we talking over things happening? No, I think we're still waiting on dials to go down or
We're
be flipped.
waiting on Robin to decide what to do with
Okay, I guess
Karn or Jax.
Yeah, we'll look for the decloak.
And we've
Wampa,
seen-
are you seeing anything other than a hard 1 here?
I'm not seeing anything other than a hard one with Wampa.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe even a coordinate hard one, depending on. We've got a decloak now, boys.
What would
So
be the
let's
point of
see.
the coordinate, though? On,
There's the barrel roll backwards.
Yep.
So we might see a 2-bank. A 2-bank
Yep,
might
right
keep him
towards
clear of
that
those
debris, and then I'm thinking he barrel
A
rolls
3-bank might.
upboard.
I'm thinking now
maybe a
we've got
3-bank.
pattern analyzer. He's either doing a red or going over that rock.
I hope he's
going over the
get
debris.
aggressive, yeah.
So there we go. That blocks.
Oh, I was hoping he'd leave some of that debris just for the defenders to stress themselves while they bump into him. That would have been so sweet. And look at that paint job. Oh
So
my
he's
God.
using pattern analyzer. He's using collision detector.
Yep.
So he's going to take no damage for
There's
going over that rock.
That is
he's
a safe
not getting.
shuttle.
Yeah, it's
Love
that's a
it.
great move.
That's great build.
So pattern analyzer, collision detector. He can still perform an action. I don't know where that action
Oh man!
is.
And if Robin saw this
His
coming,
action
he'd
was
turn
to
away,
coordinate
like,
a focus onto.
Oh, he 5K'd. All right. Or
That, I did
4K'd.
not expect that from Wampa.
I did not expect that either.
I did not expect him to coordinate an action onto Wampa. I expected him to coordinate an action onto that beautiful, beautiful, giant rusty Batwing. So,
Yeah, that's a great looking, and those wings look double jointed too.
so what they do is he's got little metal pieces, little metal pieces on the outside.
Here we go, folks.
A 3 forward from number 2. That makes a lot of sense. That's
Yep.
very safe. Good maneuver. That's
And
why
you
I
know-
wanted to see Ben go a little further, as you heard me talking about with the
Yes,
Star
I
Killer
think we
base,
were both on that vein.
right? So
That
to
is gonna
block
be-
those threes,
Ooh, barrel roll for safe.
no focus evade to light him up.
Well, he's not going to kill him.
He just wants to just push damage into that ship.
I mean,
he
I do too.
He can 4K behind it next turn. It's got to do a green. It's going to be in a rough place.
What is he?
What are you doing?
I guess he. All right, I guess he set his own bump up.
So number 2 has set up to bump number 3 if he doesn't clear.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's.
We're getting a
It might-
close up
it
of that
might
beautiful
clear.
ship,
It
folks.
might
We're getting a
clear.
close
No,
up.
I think it's bump. I think it's going to hit that epsilon base.
So here you can see down in the bottom, you can see where the little piece of metal, right? So he's got a magnet into the top piece, and then right down near the hinge, he's got another magnet on the upsilon. You can see where you can like take that top wing off, put it halfway down, just like in the movie where it, like,
Very cool.
Ka-chunk,
Very
ka-chunk,
cool.
like takes its wings up and off.
And by that I mean like no girl would talk to me if I did that, but still very cool.
Some girls would. Some
girls would. I don't know those girls, but some girls
Listen,
would.
you're in the wrong circle. Some people really like Star Wars.
I am very clearly in the wrong circles.
Yeah, this is very interesting. Oh, that is not where your bomber. That's not where your defender was.
Okay.
So I think the number 2 is going to run into number 1, or
Yeah. Well,
we've
you know-
numbered them backwards. So Glaive 3 is running into Glaive 2. He's going to get 2 range 1 shots. He does not get the evade because of the new, not the new, but because of the
Semi-new.
FAQ
Semi-new.
on the X7 title.
Yeah, but that is probably the best case scenario for Robin because he is now avoiding that ion projector at least.
And I think that might be our number 3/2 Glaive, the one that just bumped, is going to be in a rough position because Whisper's going to shoot him again, and he's got no tokens.
Yep. Yeah, he's that's going to get a bit hurt in
And
there.
if he survives Whisper, he's going to get range 1, 5 dice with the
Hard 3.
the
Okay.
Epsilon.
Oh, I see what he's doing. He's just going to boost barrel roll, get behind that Epsilon, and try and take it out with all guns.
The Epsilon doesn't have a focus, so
Yeah.
Karnor. I don't know if that's the right move.
I mean, if he's just looking to get all the guns on the one ship, that is absolutely the right. Oh wait, can he even get in there?
That's my point. Is I don't think a
Yeah.
boost gives him that shot. So he's got a barrel roll. Now it's unmodded. Had he barrel rolled in the first place, he probably would have had a shot if he was able to barrel roll. But then the Upsilon maybe shoots at Karnor Jackson. Karnor Jackson goes poof. So.
Oh, you tricky Imperials! Will you never learn? Oh my goodness!
Oh, no, he can make it. He can make
Well,
it.
there we go, Devin.
I have faith.
Eat those words. Just eat
The,
all of them.
The
Take it.
OG boss Aaron there, the mighty Dave Grohl himself, setting things up, getting him in
All eyes on deck. Yeah.
like a glove.
There we go.
Like a glove. Look at that, fitting in.
Okay, so that is definitely a commitment on
That is
formation, right?
That is 12 dice.
That is a lot of
12
dice.
on that shuttle.
That is not 12 dice. That is, okay, that's 12 dice. I am good with math. Shush.
That's why you're in the trades, bud.
Yeah, that is probably right. Okay, and this is good. This is interesting because now look at Wampa's position. I mean, Ben obviously saw this coming.
Like I said,
So-
I would have hard won with Whisper. Not with Whisper.
Well,
with
yeah,
Wampa.
but if you had hard won with Wampa, and I assume
he's
you were
not,
talking about
he's
Wampa.
not going to be shot at. Wampa's not going to get shot at. If
No,
he'd
Wampa's
hard
not going
won,
to get shot at because the shuttle's in the way, but that leaves him in a really tantalizing position next round to when everything 4Ks, he's going to just swoop in right on their tails and just start unloading. It's going to be great.
You know, Joe, you're not wrong.
Well, that's why I'm in the trade step.
I am impressed with that analysis. That's great. Like, that's fantastic, actually.
Yeah, right?
You're right. He can do
Yeah.
a 2 forward green, and he's going to have a 1 defender and Karnor Jackson arc with Wampa.
It's going to be good. It's going to be great.
The
Fantastic.
Star Killer base next turn won't have anything in arc, and he'll be able to palpa that crit through onto something.
If I were the Star Killer base, I would be taking this opportunity to just get out of dodge. Maybe head
What do you
towards
think with
Wampa.
Whisper? I mean, Ben's taken a long time
Whisper?
to make a decision whether he's going to barrel roll into range 1 or take a focus, and he took a focus. Okay.
All right, well,
Sure.
Whisper, I'm feeling a slow roll on Whisper. Just keep plinking away at the same
see,
target.
he could have barrel rolled into range 1.
But then he wouldn't
He's
be
got-
sitting on that focus, right?
He's got the target lock.
Yeah, he's got the target lock, but sometimes that's not all you need. And these are defenders after all. So, well, tokenless defenders.
Range
actually.
2, he's shooting at Glaive 2. Glaive 2's lost all of his shields. He's making a decision. Puppet, dancing finger
Maybe he'll
puppets
shoot
there.
at Suntrafel.
Ben's talking to us with his fingers, folks. It's great. Yeah.
Yep,
We know
okay.
you're shooting at Glaive 3.
Come on, Ben.
Let's go.
Kill it. Kill it with fire.
Oh. Spends the
pretty.
target lock,
So
reacquires
pretty.
the target lock.
Almost all the
Spends
paint.
the focus.
There you go. That's why you had the
Do
focus.
it. 4 damage.
That's why you had the focus.
Robin needs 1 paint to live.
Auto-cloak
2 paints to live.
and
No, he's
no.
dead. Dead. Boom. 2 paint to live.
Poof. First blood goes to Ben.
I told you, Whisper was going to shoot the bumped one, and
Yeah. There's no reason not to. That was absolutely the right
tough
call.
luck for Robin.
That is unfortunate. All right. So that brings us down
But
to 8.
8 dice on the Starkiller base,
And then
which
there were
is not what you need to kill it.
Oh, man. I wonder, does Womp have range? Has anyone measured that yet? Sorry, folks.
There we go. Roll an extra die. Spend your focus. Oh, this must be Karner. Sorry, folks.
Yeah. Oh, natty.
He takes 2 damage.
All right. Why did I just say natty? Okay. And the Starkiller base chugs along.
I mean, Starkiller base, like those Upsilons are...
Now, is he...
Ooh.
3.
3 from the defender.
Oh, and he gets it again.
Oh,
man.
Starkiller base pilot lost 4 total, yeah.
Beautiful
So we've lost
rolling.
4 shields on Starkiller base pilot.
Wampa.
Wampa's not out of range.
Wampa's just out of range.
Like Robin really wanted Ben to be down into hull this turn.
I think
that's just
I think
not there.
Robin probably wanted the Epsilon dead by now, if I had to say it.
So now he's using the mighty Queen Elizabeth II there,
Yep. Perfect time too.
shooting at the defender.
Oh,
Oh,
the dice.
no.
Oh, the
no.
dice. Oh my God.
Darkest timeline there for Robin.
Oh, that is.
Let's see.
Hit. Was that 2 crits or 3?
It's 2 crits, 3 hits. Like that's
I'm so thankful he took them just off camera.
so we've got 2 damage coming into glaive number 2.
Yep.
So that's 2 shields gone off the glaive.
And that is.
And Starkiller base
Fantastic.
still has shields.
Ooh.
Still has shields.
Oh, so meaty.
That's so
so
bad.
much meat.
That's so bad.
Oh man. All right.
All right.
So, what to do with Karner now?
Karner's going to have problems. He's got to do
Karner
it
is gonna have
a
problems.
3 forward or a 2 bank.
And he's stressed
And then
too,
Wampa's
so-
going to be right there to slip that crit right under,
and
under
I'm
him.
calling it now, blinded pilot.
I mean, he's not going to be hit. Well, no. So you palp the crit. You spend the crit to do the face down damage
Oh yeah,
card.
that's right. It's face down. Well,
Right.
oh yeah, and it sneaks through the
So-
stealth device. So yeah, that'll be a thing.
What are we doing, boys?
We are marking. I'm not entirely sure why. Oh, I guess he just wants to see the location of that debris field.
the mighty Aaron P.
Yeah, because there's been no decloak, so that's
Yeah.
got to be what's happening.
I was looking over the table. Robin was intently studying whether his glaive could 4K or not.
Robin does have an intent look to him. Alrighty. Is there anything else we need to plug at this point?
Come to the PTL Open.
Come
It's
to
going to
the
be a
PTL
good time.
Open. Scroll up on the chat if you want to know about it, or just look up PTL Open.
Look, we're going to plaster that shit everywhere.
Yep.
It's September.
It'll be
You're going to
great.
come.
It's gonna
Don't
be
worry
great.
about it. Look, just
I might even be there. It'll be fun.
might.
I have kids. I have a schedule. Might. Might is the operative word.
You're running Mario Kart.
I'm
Don't might
okay.
me again.
All right. Maybe I'm okay. Whatever. We'll see.
Look,
Is Mario Kart even a thing in 2.0?
I don't know. We'll
I
do
don't
1.0.
either.
Doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Oh, good.
Josh, the
I'm gonna
creator,
make all of the carts a ghost.
Josh, creator of Heroes to the Artillery Cluster,
Yep.
is going to be running Heroes of the Artillery Cluster.
Well, Heroes of the Artillery Cluster.
He
is different
always
from
tests
Mario
out
Kart.
new missions.
Yep, he does.
I mean, you want to be there.
I don't. I'm not saying I don't want to be there. I'm just saying I might not be able to be there. I have no idea yet.
Well, Mario Kart better be ready this time.
It will be as polished as it ever has been.
That's not confidence inducing.
Well, the last PTL Open was really, really fun. I wasn't there. Amazing.
It was amazing because Joe wasn't there.
I just bring things down. It's great. But
you know what, Joe? You're gonna come. You're gonna play.
His arms around me now, folks. I am feeling very threatened.
Devin
is a very large man.
It's a beautiful. It's a
I'm
lovely.
very threatened right now.
You are at least a foot taller than me.
I probably got a stone on you at least. It's
I don't know
great.
what a stone is.
It's British.
But
Just
I
shush.
speak metric.
That is metric.
A stone is not metric.
Isn't it? I thought it was representative of a kilo. All right. Okay.
You weigh more than 2.5 pounds more than me.
I am. Yeah, that's probably a safe bet.
A stone is closer to 20 pounds.
Give you a penny on that one.
Look, Chad just said Connor Jax is the best Imperial pilot.
They
are not wrong.
I am with you on
that. They are not wrong.
Yeah. No.
Connor Jax is beautiful.
For me, it's either Jax or Echo.
A favorite of the hair, the champ, the Fung himself, Alan Fung, Canadian national champion.
The hair.
Connor Jax, his favorite pilot.
Yep. You know what? No, I'm going to disagree with you. He's more prone to flying Omega Leader than Connor Jax.
Well, he can fly Omega Leader and Connor Jax and a Palp Shuttle, and he's good.
That is the benefit, isn't it?
It's great.
Goodness.
Connor Jax is a knife fighter extraordinaire.
Looks like dials are on the table.
I think this turn, I haven't been talking about it, because I think it's really predictable.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I'm feeling like that. Like, the real question to me is, what's the Epsilon shuttle doing? Is it going left? Is it going right? Is it going straight? And what is Jax doing?
Because Jax is going to do a green. He's going to coordinate, right? We're going to see Omega Leader do a 2 forward green, clear that stress, take that focus, help that crit in, like push a damage onto Connor Jack. We're going to see a decloak and then like a smooth maneuver, a decloak to the forward, ship forward, mat right.
No, I'd decloak to the. I'd decloak upboard if I were upboard. Yeah, see, and just keep along to the side of that formation.
See, I'd decloak behind them, and then do like a hard 1, hard 3.
If it wasn't defenders, I would do that too. But since it's defenders, and you're probably looking at it turning around, I would just try and keep out of arc.
Like the amount of.
No,
Ben has been smashing the defenders. He's been putting the hurt on.
Oh, absolutely.
Like he's taken 1.5 defender down.
You have to. You leave those defenders to the end game. That is your game.
You can say you have to, but that's hard. Ben has gotten some like ideal engagements. He's set it up really well.
He is. This is a fantastic engagement. All right.
All right. He took your decloak. All right.
I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying you're not.
So if he has that decloak, I'm going to imagine like a 2 bank, 2 forward, something like that.
Yeah,
right?
I think you're probably right about that. Now, for me, if I was Robin right now, I feel like chasing the Starkiller base might be a trap, and I would be turning into Wampa here. Let's see if I'm right.
I wouldn't 4K the. That's not green. That's interesting.
Nope, he doesn't care. Like, why not? So I would be if it were me, and I am admittedly terrible at this.
But he hasn't given up half points yet.
He hasn't. No, it's fantastic. But I still feel like if you're chasing that Starkiller base at this point with those ships, that's a trap. And you got to turn into Wampa and get a ship off that board, because otherwise Wampa will remove Jax's stealth device and just be the most unholy.
No, it doesn't count as being hit by if he spends the crit for a face down damage card.
Oh,
doesn't count as being hit.
All right.
He's barrel rolling. He's barrel rolling to catch that Carnor.
Yep.
So unless the Glaive and Carnor kill Wampa, there's that beautiful Upsilon coming back on the table.
I think the Glaive and Carnor turn into Wampa and take him out. And if I were Robin, that's sort of what
he doesn't have a choice. They have to. I mean, that's
well. No, they could just
not doing.
They just could be K turning and trying to lay in.
He's not doing that.
More.
He's catering the. He's catering the defender right now.
Away.
He's got the 4 on the table, sir.
Yep.
And
then what does Jax do? That's the real question for me here.
I don't have an answer for you because I have no idea.
Yeah, maybe a hard 3 into Wampa? Like, I'm not sure.
He can't hard 3. He's stressed.
Is he? Oh, it's hidden by the wing. Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Because he pushed, he boost barrel rolled.
Oh, okay. Is that a problem?
It shouldn't. Based on rules and shit.
Well, we can't exactly see where they're setting up along the base, but okay. So he did it like that.
So that's a green maneuver. One I never expect from interceptors. I never expect the 4 forward.
Well, yeah, because, why wouldn't you just assume they're doing a 2 maneuver? Keep in that knife fighting range.
I imagine he's going to push for tokens.
Not quite what I was expecting, but certainly not a bad call.
Me neither. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, I mean, a tokened up Carner is still a tokened up Carner. But you're really leaving yourself open to Wampa at this point, so let's see how this goes.
It's tough. There's the push for the tokens. He's going to turtle.
Man, do you think pushing was the right call here? Because you're really looking at a shot from Wampa, and that's the threat.
Repositioning doesn't help.
Repositioning wouldn't have helped.
No. Now, Whisper here.
Keeping a white maneuver open next turn
sliding sideways, but he's who's got a range 2 shot, maybe on the defender, maybe on Karnor.
Yeah. No, there's nothing wrong with that maneuver. I think he's got both ships and arcs.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Palp's in a safe place. He's going to keep tooling around the board.
are we? Are we
Bang.
100% on damage right now?
Yeah, we're 100% on damage.
Perfect.
Producer Victor is keeping things
On
moving.
the
The
ball.
V in VTTV.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's,
they want a Goldie.
Oh, they want a Goldie, boys.
Oh my God.
Best
I'm gonna
international
high-five
stream.
Victor later on for that.
Victor, high five.
Yeah, seriously.
There you go. Bam. They want a Goldie, folks. We're going to mark where. Oh, solid call. There was some debate earlier on the barrel roll. They're marking where they started. Again, that one debris. I forget who placed it. If you think you can remember who placed it.
That 3 debris in the corner there that they're all vying over.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that one was Robin.
I mean, that's affected so many ships and barrel rolls this
Except
turn.
for that shuttle.
Great
Love
placement.
it.
Can't do it. Oh.
That's
Can
good.
he do it?
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Oh,
so yeah.
he did.
Love it. Great
Oh, he
spot.
did.
Oh, and he's got Callus there, too. That is one safe.
Ooh. So he hits. He prays to hit. So, because he's going to have what? 4 dice against Karnor Jacks
Is
with
that range
Focus
1? That
Evade.
is 5 dice, sir.
That is range 2 on both ships. Range 2 obstructed on full token ships.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I didn't
If
even
he
think of
doesn't
that.
cloak, he has problems. He's
Yeah,
got
and you know
Callus.
what?
He's
With-
shooting at the
Talking about
number
that
2 defender.
tokening up there, I mean, you think he's going to get damage here?
Oh, not with that roll.
Oh, not with that roll.
Not with that roll.
Callus or no?
Well, he acquires his PTL Season 10 target locks. Ooh, spend the evade, Robin. Spend the evade. Spend the evade. Don't spend the focus. Spend the evade. That's the right. No, that's the wrong one.
Devin, the unobjective guy over here.
I'm being very unobjective. Don't worry about it. He's looking to keep Juke, but Juke isn't going to matter. How is Whisper cloaked? Oh, after shooting, you can cloak.
Oh,
even
yeah,
if
he's
you
got
miss.
Juke. I keep forgetting about Juke.
He's got Juke.
Oh, man.
So he's shooting.
yeah.
I think modding your dice is better than juking, but we'll have to see. Karnor apparently is shooting Whisper.
Yeah, well,
Whisper
I mean, maybe
has no modifications on his dice, but when you roll like it's rough when you roll like that.
tough. That's tough.
That's tough. I don't even think Ben's gonna roll dice. So that wasn't Karnor. Karnor's pointing the wrong way. That was the defender
Yep.
shooting
Now
at.
it's just is it going into the defender then? Range 2,
That's
range
why I said
3.
you need to keep the focus, right?
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know. I mean, he's got Juke, so that could have plinked through that 1 damage and gotten that half haul if he rolled anything other than what he
Whisper
did.
had 5 dice.
Whisper
Why
had
would-
5 dice.
Why
but
wasn't he shooting at the Upsilon and getting half points?
I thought he was shooting it.
He
Oh,
did
wasn't
not.
he? Oh, okay. Yeah, then that's odd.
All right, so now we've got Queen Elizabeth.
Palping that crit.
I've been talking about this. You've been
Oh,
talking about this.
yep.
We've been talking about this for 2 rounds.
Wampa!
Wampa on Karnor. He's going to palp in a crit. He rolls hit crit. He's good. He just rolls garbage
Yep.
like that. He
There's
palps
that
in the crit.
And there
Karnor
goes.
takes the damage.
Was it? It was Karnor then? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
shooting at Karnor. I mean, that's the right choice.
Yep.
Yeah, we got Wampa coming through.
Wampa.
We got Palpatine coming through.
My boy Wampa.
Yeah.
All right, so
Hard to put up.
Epsilon, are you turning, fleeing, like?
Do a green. He can do a green bank, and then he can do a hard turn next turn. So, sorry, next turn he does a green, right? Does like a soft maneuver.
Oh, I just
around
thought
the
of something
debris.
really sneaky. What if
And then
he
he does
does,
like a hard 2 the next turn, coming back around.
do you think
Right.
he can get that shuttle to a point where he can coordinate of action on the Whisper?
And coordinate a barrel roll.
Yeah.
But Whisper can decloak.
Whisper can decloak, but if he coordinates a barrel roll and Whisper decloaks forward, oh wait, no, one happens before the other, so never mind. That wouldn't work at all. Still though, it would kind of like because then he could 4K behind the defender and just keep playing that hurt down.
No, it's all right.
All right, Ben in a commanding-ish lead. Robin still needing to break that cherry here.
I mean, I'm expecting something like a 4 or 5 forward from the defender, trying to.
Oh yeah, you know, right, like he's committed now to the Star Killer, so it's all in or nothing for him.
We've got Stephen Bowie showing up. He's going to be coming on for. Hey, Stephen, you want to say hi to the chat?
Sure.
Sure.
Hi.
There you go.
Hi, guys.
He's
Chat,
coming on
say
next
hi.
time. Chat, say hi to Steven.
All 13
we got
of you?
a whole 13 people watching right now.
It is
We got,
fantastic.
we'll have more later.
Most people that have ever listened to me in one sitting.
This is not true.
This is possibly true.
And
Oh, there we go. Good manners, everyone.
so I think I don't know. We're gonna have to see here.
Yeah.
Again, I
mean,
think Connor's got to do the hard two, right? The defender's going to move real fast.
Yeah, Connor's in a real tough spot here.
I mean, a hard one barrel roll from that TIE fighter just really messes up Carnor. And again, if he just keeps helping that crit into Wampa, he'll slowly work away at Carnor. You know, if Carnor dies with that stealth device on, it's going to be beautiful. I mean, I'm sorry, Robin.
That should be an achievement.
I'm sorry, Robin, but that's a beautiful achievement.
That should be an achievement. Maybe that's what we should do next
see.
season. We'll have achievements. Little mini challenges.
We are. So, like, Season 12 is going to be just before 2.0.
Yep.
No one's jazzed about 1.0. Everyone wants to play 2.0.
No, I think that's the right call.
But we can't. So,
Thank you, Jonathan, for letting me know.
yeah, the chat says Stone is 16 pounds. You might be, I don't know, you are much taller than I am.
Yeah. I am 6'5" and edging on 280 plus. So let's just go that I'm a big dude.
You are about 50 pounds heavier than I am. So when Joe says he's intimidated because I'm a large man, you have to understand.
He has
that-
a very shiny head, and when
that-
I am looking down at it, it
that
can be
Joe
blinding.
Joe is
Just
a massive human
blinding.
being.
If he's not wearing his signature fedora, I just don't know what to do.
I don't wear fedoras.
You might. Yeah, you do too. Don't you lie to me, sir.
I wear pork pies and trilbies, and neither of those is a fedora. And most of them are straw, and I
Pork
try
pie,
my
that
best
sounds
to be
delicious,
a stylish
not like a
person in
hat.
the summer. And listen, Joe, you're not bald.
I am not. I am blessed with a full head of hair still.
Right. So when one
Well,
is
mostly
bald, it is you do not want to put sunscreen on your head. That is gross.
I agree. If I were in your position, I would be doing the exact same thing.
So it's a great decloak.
Yep.
It doesn't block the 4 forward. But
No,
I
and
don't
it puts him in a real great position to go Carnor hunting.
I think Carnor is dead this round. If he puts if he's
I
got
think so.
Wampa and Whisper in the right place.
Yeah, all right. And with that in mind, I would say he's probably going to be following a Wampa into the Glaive Squadron.
Interesting. We expected him to clear the stress. He does not.
Well, I mean, you're sitting on a collision detector. You got to make some use out of it. And this, if it's just right, might actually give him a little bit of an obstructed shot there.
Yeah, he's got some distance on him.
Yep. But I mean, we
Not what I expected from Wampa.
I was sort of expecting a soft 2, yeah.
I was expecting a hard 2 upboard.
Oh, but
so
you know
to get
what?
a barrel roll to catch Carnor.
Yeah, but you know what? Take a look at how far that actually pulled him forward. A soft 2 would have been very close to that debris, and he was probably looking to just avoid that.
Yeah. But I mean, I think taking Wampa's guns off of Carnor is a bad idea.
I don't know. I mean, 4 dice is 4 dice. But yeah,
you're not wrong. But
I think you're right. I think
Carnor's got 4 dice
Carnor
too.
dead or Carnor limping is they are very, very, very different circumstances.
Well, I
so
called it.
we'll
I
see.
called it. We got the 5 forward.
Yep,
Juke focus.
tokened up. And you know, maybe this is why he switched targets, because Wampa will consistently put damage through as long as that shuttle's alive. So maybe that was the thinking.
All right, the hard 2 from Carnor.
Yep.
See, if Wampa had done the hard 1, and you would have been just sitting,
Ooh, now this will be
aimed
interesting.
right
Is he
there.
going to bring guns on Wampa here? He has the ability.
I mean, that does give Robin the space to get back into this game. If he boost barrel rolls, lights up Wampa, Wampa can't spend a focus or evade at range 1 with Carnor Jax.
Yep.
Can we put Carnor Jax on the?
All right, here we go. Yes. All right. Is he pushing? Is he pushing? Robin, what are you gonna do? Oh, so tense.
We put Carnor Jax on the bring his
Oh,
card up.
and here's the conundrum, right? Like, he's probably in range now to stop that focus being used, but
That's an evade there, Joe.
is it? I have no vision.
Right. So, but if he'd barrel rolled instead
Oh,
of focusing,
this is not what I was expecting.
I don't even think he has arc. So that's
Interesting. I was not expecting that. I was so certain he was going to go hunting Carnor Jax.
me too.
Wow,
I don't know.
okay.
I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like I'm like on this
I mean,
on this
hey.
turn from both players.
Yeah, and you know what? Karner is still out of the action, so there is nothing wrong here. But that's a gutsy call.
We've got Whisper with a target lock shooting the
Yeah.
defender. So
I mean, like what happens here in the best case scenario?
ooh,
He
natties. You just roll natties. You
Oh,
just roll 3 crits.
Oh my god! Whew, that is 3 crits and a hit.
I mean, that defender's got to spend everything.
And that is exactly why he probably did that. Oh,
I
and
mean,
then there's
Robin
that.
rolling natties too.
And then there's that.
Spends the focus, takes no damage.
Robin should be jumping up and down right now.
I mean, that's what he needed to stay in this game.
and that is why you take defenders.
The defender's going to lay into
Yep.
the Star Killer base
evade
pilot.
for the juke.
Connor doesn't have a shot. See, like
Yeah. No, that looked a little. Yeah.
you could have barrel rolled,
Could have barrel rolled.
didn't barrel roll. I mean, like the defender gets a shot, he's gonna get half points on Star Killer.
And hey, half points is better than no points.
I mean, that's 22 points. What we can see at the top of the board. Oh, look at that, natties!
Look at that.
This is a great turn for
right.
for dice.
Juke it. Whatever it is, juke it. Get it, Robin. Get it.
Now, ion projector, just as a point, not come into play yet.
Think Palp? Oh, who needs Palp? Oh my goodness.
So attacker modifies,
Yep. Takes
defender
two.
modifies.
2.
So
Yikes.
loses a shield and
That is
2 damage
half
on.
points. That is half points
That's what he needed. That's
That is-
what Robin needed to stay in this game.
on the board. All right, and Wampa. Here we go. Wampa, he's our man. Palping crits when no one can.
Rep. And I mean, that's not great on the glaive. Like Ben really wanted Whisper to have done a damage
Yeah.
that turn.
I think so.
But
But I will be super thrilled to see Wampa critting another damage in for nothing. Now, for anyone just joining us, Ben secretly confided to us that he was hoping Wampa would be his end game scenario.
win with Wampa.
Win with Wampa. W for the win.
Ben's a man after my own heart. Fighting
Man.
with his Thai LNs.
I would say me too, except no one here is flying Rebels, so there's that.
Sorry, Joe.
I'm not. This is a great match.
This is a really good match.
This is, yeah.
That
Yeah. Wampa versus the world.
Wampa versus the world. We are down with Wampa
Someone
versus the world.
hashtag that for me, would
Now,
you?
I mean, Wampa and Whisper. Wampa and Whisper. Oh my God.
Okay, here we go. 8 minutes left on the clock. So, can he kill that Star Killer base?
This has been an abnormally odd game. Like I feel like we're at minute 20 and we're at
I
minute
know, it feels-
60.
I feel like the clocks have run faster at a lot of things.
Don't pay any attention to that. Over there, it's not.
Well, we're doing great here. This is
Yep.
wonderful.
Sorry for that.
So, producer Travis, tell him we got telling us that we got a wrong viewer count. We're not at 9. We're at 50.
My screen
down with
says
that.
14. We apparently have 50, so, sucks for you guys.
What? That makes no
they
sense.
have to listen to me, Devin. Give
mean-
me a break. I don't like listening to me.
You're not wrong.
Okay. All right. So, back to the question: can he kill
And-
that Star Killer base?
He's got to
Has Jack
keep
still
on
got a
it.
shot this game? Yeah. He had one shot so far.
Robin's got a shot. Like if Robin can keep Karnor alive, so he's got 2 rounds left, right? This is why we wanted Ben to go after Karnor last turn, right?
Yeah.
Because if he kills Karnor, he's got it. He's got the game, right? But
Well, mind you, he takes that
It-
defender
it's-
off the board. I think he's probably got it locked up too.
that's a lot harder than it sounds, and that's a white maneuver from the Upsilon. So
I think that's the right call, though. Just keeping the distance there.
you're not wrong, but a 3 bank from that defender gets him in, right? I mean,
He's clearly just coming around to deal with Karner. I don't know what you're talking about.
he's not. He's like if Robin brings that defender in
Well,
and gets
the way
the Star Killer off the board, which he might.
the defender
In 2
can't
rounds?
get a range 1 shot on the Star Killer, so he can't blink through all of that base pilot's damage.
I mean, look, all he needs is some crits and a direct hit.
I mean,
I'm not saying there's
yeah,
a 0% chance. I'm saying there's There's a chance. I'm not saying it's a good one. I'm saying you're playing the
There is a
lottery
chance
here.
This is a game of dice, but you play the odds, and to me, the odds are saying that it's pretty safe that he's probably not going to die right here. That is an interesting barrel roll. I thought he would barrel roll the other way with Wampa.
But Wampa's got to palp in some hits.
Yeah,
so.
but I mean, like that gives the defender the opportunity to actually arc dodge it. All right, what's he doing? Soft 3. Okay. All right. Well, I am very clearly wrong about that. I think that's perfectly an arc and unescapable.
There's the 3 bank I protected coming in.
Yep. And but yeah, he's not going to get that range 1,
evade.
and I don't think Jax is going to be able to get range on that Star Killer base. So this could be the last round.
Slow roll from
Jax. All right.
No, I think we're gonna get through combat and like get into dials, and then we'll see.
We'll see. If there's another round over this makes a lot of sense. If there's not, I'm not sure.
There's the range 1 shot we wanted last turn, or it's it's gonna be tight.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tight.
Yeah.
But Wampa doesn't have any tokens.
Okay.
I just had producer Victor check with producer Travis to make sure we had the damage correct on the Glaive Squadron, so he did take a damage from Wampa under the shield.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
Oh, so tricky Wampa.
I just wanted to make sure I didn't see that on there, so we wanted to make sure that we got it right for you folks. If not, I know you're going to tell us there on chat.
They'll probably just blame it on me.
We'll see it later in the YouTube comments. The healthiest place for comments in the world. Although I gotta say, we should get great comments on the VTTV live. They're
we really do.
good.
We have a great community behind us here. VTV,
now
PTL,
that was
just Toronto in general is fantastic for players.
That was pretty quick. VTTV Live's got an international community. We get a lot of views all over the world.
I'm not so familiar with it, but I know we have a great following. I mean, just the X-Wing community in general is.
Now I think that was range 2. He spends his target lock, spends his focus.
Yeah, I do believe that was range 2 there.
Oh, now 2 hits, 2 crits.
Yep. Callus doing work.
No, that was his.
That would have been Callus.
That was his fire control system.
Yeah, he fire controlled into a focus, which Callus then modifies.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And you're the Imperial player, Devin? Come on.
And I don't play with Callus. I don't play with Whisper. Those aren't Imperial ships.
You're right. I should be casting with Graham.
What movie is that in?
And yet, that's all I ever see him on.
Range 1, baby. Carnor on Wampa.
All right.
Focus for 4.
Focus for 4. All right.
TIE fighters have a bad habit of exploding with no mods.
Do you Wampa here? Or, sorry, do you Palp here?
If I were Ben, I'd Palp here. If I were... listen.
Yeah, I'm with you. Palping.
If I were Ben,
I wouldn't Palp. I think he's just got to push damage.
Odds are you got 3 unmodified dice. 3 green dice.
Oh, there's the Palp.
See,
okay, good call.
Odds are he's going to roll 1. Palp's in a second one.
And he needed it.
And it saves him.
Yep.
No, it doesn't. It takes 3 and dies.
Oh, yeah.
Caps, boom. 1, 2, 3. Ben keeping everything on stream.
All right,
beautiful.
I'm done. We can turn it off now. Make them stop, Devin. They took off Wampa.
This can't be Wampa versus the world, but we've got
that defender. That puts Robin in the lead.
Nothing.
This is now...
Takes 3.
That's crazy.
Robin in the lead. Ben's got to kill something.
This is now Robin's games to lose. Why can I not talk? Wow. That was quite a turn.
I don't know what we'll see from... You know what?
I think this is Robin's game.
I'd do a 1 bank with that defender. I just slow roll up. The Upsilon's double stressed.
That's not a bad call.
With Carnor, I don't know. If Carnor gets
wait
punked...
a minute. That is a stressed chip.
Yeah.
So the getting to the start, though, he could do a soft 3 and be fine.
They're doing the dials. This is the last round.
Yeah.
So this is the last round. There's a 2-point difference, folks. This is
critical.
This is dark.
This is
great. This is a close game. I think it all hinged on that one round where both of us were like,
I do remember that being the decisive round. Yeah, except for I kind of feel like that swinging dice there with Wampa might have just sealed it.
Robin just definitively slapped down one of his dials. Oh, we got Ben placing his dials. That Upsilon was pretty decisive. And so they're both trying to make a decision about Carnor, and
absolutely.
Whisper.
I mean,
and where those ships
wait.
can shoot will
No,
make a difference.
Okay, I have a feeling, and this is just me talking. That defender is 4K'ing here.
Decloak, they're on their way.
And Carner is going to be the thing that finishes the Epsilon.
He's after that glaive. 2 bank there.
Yep.
No, too hard.
Too hard. Yeah, he wants the glaive.
Now remember that Epsilon is double stressed. He can't.
See, so he's trying for a block on the glaive, and if the glaive 4Ks, then
He's not going to 4K. He's going to 1 bank. Robin's been.
Could be.
Robin knows how to.
What did you say? Couldn't hear you over me being right.
All right. He 4K'd.
I couldn't hear you over me being that right.
No, you were pretty right.
That is awesome.
Focus
Get
evade.
him. Oh man, and imagine he now
The
turns Carner
disrespect
into
throw of the tokens.
Oh, what's he gonna do with Carner though? Okay. Yep.
Focus evade. That's a dead Star Killer base
Barrel
pilot.
roll towards the Phantom. Focus.
Ben has to kill the glaive
Yeah.
with Whisper, and the last 2 shots have been 4 hits from Whisper,
Those
4 evades from the
beautiful
glaive.
wings are blocking what Carner
What
just
is
did.
he do? What?
Whoa!
Where is Ben going?
What is happening?
Oh no! I don't think he meant to do that. I don't think he expected to be on that debris.
That's pretty safe.
And he takes the damage.
No, he doesn't.
I expected a 3 bank there. Oh, it's sorry.
That's not a crit.
It's
Come
not
on
a
now.
rock.
That is an out of arc.
Whisper's got no
everything.
shot.
That is wow. Okay, so this could be. Let's just see how Robin does here.
I mean, by the end of this turn, Robin's going to be at 58 points to Ben's 34.
Okay, maybe this was a sacrificial offering to Carner to please don't kill the Star Killer base.
I mean, that doesn't win him the game. I think
anything here wins Robin the game. Robin is winning the game.
I'm not sure. Maybe he meant to do a 3 bank there. Maybe he thought it would clear.
Maybe, I don't know.
It's a rough position for him to be in.
Yeah. All right, what do we got?
Carner doing 2 onto the palping in an evade.
Needs it.
Rolling an evade. Palp wasted,
Takes
taking 1.
1. That is 1 dead ship. Good game.
Good game.
Calling
Shaking on
here.
it.
Amazing. Amazing. What a swing, folks.
Gorgeous. So, stick around.
Yep.
We've got Stephen Bowie.
Oh, he's not just talking to me, folks. He's talking to everyone out there.
Yeah, I'm talking to chat. I'm talking to chat.
I was eyeing the bar down the street. He caught me.
Dear chat.
Yep.
It's you and me.
Dear chat.
Stick around.
We all will. Rolling at the final dice, but man, what a game.
We got Natties. He's trying to kill Whisper.
Of course we have Natties. Why don't we have Natties? Everything's always Natties.
Whisper takes 1 hit. Dear chat, stick around. We got another game coming. Woo. We got Stephen Bowie versus Philip Gales.
Are we going to get those guys over here once they're wrapped up?
I think we're good. Now, see here, Ben's. I don't know if this is gonna be. This is probably gonna be cut out, but he's gonna check the banks. Yeah, they're theory crafting it out. Look at that. They're just theory crafting.
All right. So
should we?
Man, that was a swing.
Yeah, we can keep chatting with chat though.
We could keep chatting with chat. All right, chat. Chat all you'd like.
Stick around. We've got a great match coming. Some great players.
Yeah. And,
Stephen Bowie's first time on stream.
Really? Okay.
The mighty Philip Gales. We've had him on before. So
with their list, do we have
Philip
an idea?
has brought something after your own heart. He's brought.
I know what he's bringing.
He's got some Y wings. He's got some A wings.
I literally just played him on Sunday with this. He is bringing 2 Y wings with TLT. One of them's a stress bot, classic. The other one is a chopper bot.
Yeah.
That's just loaded to the gills and has something like 3 or 4 ways to regen shields.
Yeah.
So funny. And then he's got 2 Zs.
Yeah.
One of them has a harpoon missile. The other one is just naked. They're both bandits, so pilot skill 2.
Yep.
His whole list is pilot skill 2, except for the 5th and final ship here, which is AP5. Weapons engineer, M9G8. That thing just does work.
And we've got Steven's list.
Okay,
which
here we
is
go.
3 TIE D Onyx defenders.
Oh my goodness! I sense a trend.
So we got I lied to you a little bit. We got an Onyx with tractor beam.
Okay.
An Onyx with ion and tracers. Both of those are TIE D. And we got an X7 Mark II Engine Onyx.
You know what? They're all unnamed. I'm giving this my thumbs up.
Look, we're going to have an all-generic fight next.
Minus
It's gonna
AP5,
be
who
beautiful.
should just be generic on principle.
So, but all the defenders get to shoot first.
Love it.
So
I love it.
Steve Meta called Philip. Philip is known for bringing his...
Wait. You're telling me Philip's list is supposed to be considered meta?
Look, Philip brings he's known for running a bunch of generic Pilot Skill 2 Rebel stuff.
I mean,
He'll just,
that's fair.
dump a box
I usually just see him
of
with
like
B-Wings. So.
B-Wings and rookies and A-Wings on the board.
Yeah, he does have a thing with Pilot Skill 2.
Right. And he'll just run like 5 or 6 Pilot Skill 2 Rebel ships.
Yep, absolutely. I am now remembering
Mostly
all of
5.
what I know about Philip.
Yeah.
Or Jim, as I call him.
And Jim is probably going to... And so Steven was like, Jim's probably going to bring 5 Rebel ships at Pilot
Probably.
Skill 2.
I'm really looking forward to it.
And he's like, let's take out the absolutely never been on the PTL VTTV stream before Onyx Squadron pilot for its debut.
Well, okay, so Philip's got harpoons and
Prove me
double
wrong.
TLTs.
Prove me wrong, chat.
Who do you think has the edge on that one, just off the cuff?
Well, let's see. Both of them have shot 5 shots around.
They do. Nobody's token stacking like those defenders, though. So
It's going to really depend on positioning.
Yep.
The TLTs,
Were there APTs in Steven's list?
they were Onyx Squadron pilots.
I'm a Rebel player. I don't know if we've met.
So they're Pilot Skill 3, no EPTs.
Okay. All right. Then that is really anyone's game. That's going to be a really good one to watch.
So we're going to have sorry, Chad is asking about no Rebels. We've got Rebels coming.
Yeah, Jonathan
We've just spent-
Ovsgaard, or however you pronounce that.
We've just spent
Stick
10
around, buddy.
minutes talking about how Philip is bringing 5 PS2 Rebel ships.
There is a mini swarm coming for you, sir.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yep. All right. Should I go try and wrangle one of those guys over here?
No, I think we did the interviews at the beginning. I don't think we're going to do interviews now.
We're not doing a post match.
No, I think we're going to... I don't know where Philip is. What time is it?
All right. As you can see,
Chat AMA.
this is some fantastic organizational skills.
this is
on
now-
Benji's part. He might have lost this match. That is a trifle compared to the winning he is doing in that organization.
We've got Mark Stewart in chat of the X-Wing Junkies fame out of the mighty Winterpeg. Yeah,
All right. Okay.
yeah,
Who'd you say was in chat? Mark Stewart?
yeah.
I don't believe I know him.
That's all right. You hear that? You get that blow to your ego? The mighty Joe Silva don't know you, Mark.
I mean, in fairness, he's probably never heard of me either. I mean, he might have been able to pick me out of a crowd at 500 feet, but
You're a VTTV stalwart. You've been on a bunch.
I've been in the background of a few.
Let's
different things.
admire that
It's been a while
beautiful
since I've actually
look. That
been on.
beautiful Epsilon has got its
yeah.
wings in now.
Say goodbye, folks, because that is the last time you're going to see it tonight. But boy, did that thing do work.
Mark, the mighty Joe Silva don't know you. It's like the mighty Joe Muffarab, but
I
Portuguese
barely
and from
know you,
Toronto.
Devin. Give me a break. Come on. That is a good question.
We have a
I don't
question.
actually know.
So the question in chat is, what does VTTV?
Travis,
Victor Travis Television is VTTV.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's
And PTL is the Prototype Toronto League.
yes.
Yeah.
We made a play on words there. Push the limit. You might not have caught it.
So we're gonna switch out, and
That's okay. Nobody's perfect.
we're gonna have Aaron P and Aaron D in next. I don't know if we're still live.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this
We can still
opportunity
chat.
and grab a coffee or something. So
Yeah, Joe's gonna grab a coffee.
keep on chatting, buddy. Good chat, buddy.
I'm gonna keep you amused chatting while we wait for Philip to show up. Then we're gonna switch Aaron P in and Aaron D. We'll have Aaron. Oh yeah. Aaron P and Aaron D. The Aaron Supreme and Aaron 1.0. And like I said, we're just waiting on Philip. So he should be here by 8 our time. That's Eastern Standard. And it's going to be 12 minutes from now. So I'm going to go get a drink, take a break. I'm going to be judging the next game, and we'll have your next presenters on soon. It's got two gold squad Twilings. Man, it was a rough game. Good show.
Hello, folks. Welcome to the second quarterfinal of the Prototype Toronto League, Season 11, Top Cut.
Yeah.
I'm Aaron P. I'm here with Aaron D.
Hey, I'm Aaron D. I'm here with Aaron P.
And we'll be commentating tonight as we watch Philip G versus Steve B. And both of these guys, this is Steve B's first time in the Top Cut for the league. And he's brought 3 Onyx Squadron defenders. His first 2 defenders have the Tie D title. We've got a tractor beam on one. On the other has an ion cannon, as well as S-thread tracers. And finally, we have a third TIE defender, an Onyx Squadron, with the TIE X7 title and twin ion engine. So that guy can tank.
Yeah, very much going for control here. Hopefully you, the ideal is ion cannon someone, then tractor beam so they one off to the side of the mat.
Yep. Can't come back.
But if you've seen Worlds this year, you know how deadly a tractor beam and an ion cannon can be in this game, especially for Philip ships here, which are all small base.
All small base, all lower PS than Steve's.
Yeah, so this is the Philip special right here.
Yep. In fact, this is the second match these two guys have had this season. They had a match in the regular season, and Philip destroyed Steve, according to Steve's own accounting. And this time Steve said, well, I know he brings all PS2 guys, so I'm going to go with PS3s.
Yes, yeah. So here we have a PS3 Alpha Strike list here, according to this game.
Indeed. And we've got Philip flying 2 gold squads with TLTs. One of them has R3A2 and the title, so that's your standard stress hog. And the other one has Chopper droid, and he's got the BTL A4 Y-Wing title, as well as bomb loadout and guidance ships. And so what that'll allow him to do is, if he takes the damage, that Y can discard one of those 0-point upgrades. And if he discards the BTL title, he can then swing his turret wide.
Right, so he can regen 3 times here before he starts eating into his TLT if that's the direction he really wants to go, but he does not.
When I played this before myself, I did it on the first round. He took damage. I chucked the BTL title, ran the Y-Wing away, and went, ha-ha, I'm a church ship now.
So you always wonder if the counter to that is just not to attack it till last, because otherwise it can't attack it at BTL A4 and arc dodge it all day.
Indeed. So we'll see if Steve thinks of that. In addition, he's got 2 bandits, one of which is naked, and the other one has harpoons with chips. And then he's got AP5 with weapons engineer, M9G8, and the pointless title. And so he'll be able to lock 2 of his own ships with M9G8 and weapons engineer and allow them to have rerolls. Alternately, he can put those locks on 2 of Steve's defenders and force them to reroll a die.
Right.
So we'll see what he does there.
I'm going to guess the 2 gold squadron pilots right off the bat, just for the fact that that's 3 rerolls per turn whenever they attack.
Mm-hmm. So Steve called his list Kill Phil.
Yeah. Well, once you play Phil a couple times and you know what he flies, I guess it becomes much easier to tech against that.
Indeed. Now we see coming out on the board Steve's homemade asteroids. So those are on plastic bases sitting on top of the rocks.
Very nice. Interesting that I guess those are Steve rocks. They're all small rocks rather than the larger ones you think you would get by everyone playing small ships.
Yep. So I think Steven's just throwing them on here for looks. He always plays with them.
It's nice. You could tell that the bases actually fit the rocks they're designed after. You have 2 over here that's made for that little mustache rock.
Yeah. I take it that they intend to be using the cardboard underneath, however.
Right, yeah, you'd have to.
And you look like a nail says, nice rocks. Yep, that's what she said. You look like a nail. Okay.
So Philip gets to set up his entire list first here. Where do you think he sets up?
Well, I would probably set my guys up to come in from, well, what would be Philip's right, if not the center, and try to drag the defenders through the rocks. Allowing the defenders free reign in open space is not a great idea.
No, better to make them make that 3 white turn as often as possible, because it's really the only turn that they can make consistently.
If I were Steve, I think I'd plant myself in the far corner, take a slow approach, either bisecting the map through that wider passage between the 2 sets of 3 rocks, or just going the long way.
So it looks like you're right with Philip here, all setting up in his right corner.
Victor, can we move the chat box? Thanks. Yeah, so he's got the Y-wings in what looks like a line. Then he's got both of the Z95s in another line. And he has AP5 in behind.
Doing his own thing.
Yeah. Thank you. So, given that formation, it doesn't look like he can self-bump to stay in position.
And I don't think he necessarily wants to, because he doesn't want to bump AP5 just to get those target locks off first turn. So he can use his actions to coordinate or focus later. Most likely coordinate. This is AP5 after all.
Right. I always forget about coordinate in this kind of list, but it is enormously powerful.
Oh, well, just to get the double modded harpoon missiles is going to be huge. AP5 focus, and then let him move in and target lock whoever he wants to shoot. And only one of his TIE defenders has the X7 title, which means they'll only have a single mod for defense.
Well, in fact, overall, the 2 TIE D Onyxes will only be able to take a single action around.
Right. So, which TIE D or which TIE, I guess, defender do you think that Philip wants to kill first here?
I think we just hinted at it. If he wipes out the TIE Ds first,
Yeah.
he may well not have to worry about killing the final dude, so long as he can hold on to enough ships. In fact, the X7 is only worth 31, so it's less than a third of Steve's list.
Right, so if it's the only survivor, hopefully Philip just needs to outlast it with, I guess, 3 ships.
I mean, if Philip has a bandit and a gold left, and
he's on the up.
Steven has just that 31-point Onyx, then Philip can win. Hopefully, Steven has thought about his points distribution and thought about a strategy vis-a-vis that. D4RKJ3DI says, the asteroids are amazing. I haven't seen anything like that since Pirates of the Spanish Main 10 years ago. Yeah, Steve's a real artist with stuff like that. In fact, a couple of seasons, he's made us up a set, which we've been able to give away as prizes in our league. So in case you're not familiar with the Prototype Toronto League, we have a regular season in which players play 7 matches in 7 weeks against a variety of opponents. They can ask for or request a particular match flavor from their opponent, such as Arcs Only, such as Original Trilogy, such as... what other things do we have? Mercs.
Yeah, Mercs. Well, you already said Arcs Only. You know, low power lists.
Mid-tier.
Mid-tier.
Or they can play what this is, which was a wide open match. They could have chosen to play anything. But both of these guys went for some pretty janky stuff anyway.
Yeah, which is really in the PTL spirit.
Indeed. Now, actually, I said the Onyx squads would only have one action, but one of those guys is packing S-thread tracers. So
Right.
if in the first round of shooting he were instead to fire the S-thread tracers, then he'd give target locks to the other two guys on one target.
That's a dead AP5 right there. Hopefully. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully if you're Steve.
There's the handshake, and they're off.
All right. So now that PTL is no longer a thing, are we going to be called the Linked Action League?
I think we'll keep the name, and it'll just be mysterious.
It just doesn't have the same ring to it.
All right. The Linked Action League. Yeah, no. Focus, barrel roll into focus, boost into focus. It's just not
Yeah,
cool.
It's not the same.
So we have some kind of a bank from AP5,
Yeah.
and Philip set it up so he has to proxy half his ships to prove, in order just to do his first maneuver.
That's the Philip special right there.
It's something I always like to do.
Yes, yeah, I've noticed playing against you.
Yeah. I gotta proxy this, then I gotta proxy that, then I proxy this, and then I proxy that. We got weapons engineer. So he's target locking Y-wing number 2. We should check and see which Y-wing is which. So number 2 is the chopper Y-wing.
Right.
And as you said he would, he has locked both the Ys.
Which is going to be fantastic for him.
Yep. So long as he gets himself some defenders in arc, that's going to work well. We have 1 straights from the bandits, and they're going to focus. Now in 2.0, bandits are going to be initiative 1.
It's true, yeah. Which means that Scum Bandits will most likely be more expensive than Rebel Bandits now because they'll have that coveted illicit slot.
Yeah, indeed, they said that was the case on the stream. Which means any bandit versus pirate endgames will tilt towards the pirate side.
It's true, yeah.
Okay. So Phil is fanned his guys a little bit. And we have Steve. Now, of course, with the tie Ds, there's no big incentive to do 3 maneuvers to get the free evade action.
Especially not if you're slow rolling in, like you mentioned earlier.
Yep. Oh, this is pretty smart. He's barrel rolling them back to stick on that board edge.
Yeah, it gives him a chance to play with whatever Philip's going to do.
I think this is going to be another slow approach. Another very stealthy game.
As it should be for both of these types of lists. Last thing you want to do is overcommit yourself and find yourself in trouble.
Indeed. Though it is, of course, what you want your opponent to do.
Of course. Which is a good reason to split up your 5-ship list like Philip does here, depending on what he does with those Z's next turn.
Well, I would guess that Philip is now thinking about how fast he can get those Z95s into flanking positions. Because those, pardon me, defenders are probably just going to come along that board edge and try to get those Ys off the board.
Yes. Which I think Steve is very scared of that stress spot, so I have a feeling that's going to be his first target of the game.
Yeah.
Unless Philip gives him something else, but knowing Philip, that's not going to happen.
So it's Z95 number 3 with the harpoons.
Was that a bump?
Yep, looked like it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, doesn't matter right now. So you'll notice some nice paint jobs going on Philip's ships as well.
That that stress spot's already going down in flames, it looks like. Oh, that's the chopper.
Yeah, that's Chopper.
Yeah, he's got that nice burning smoke effect.
Yep.
and his traditional fire in the cockpit Z's.
Yeah, they're really good looking.
It's such a nice way to make your ships look a little bit unique without completely repainting the ships.
I can't do either thing well, so I just look on enviously at other people's ships. Now, you did a whole green squadron, didn't you?
I'm about halfway there, but now I have to repaint all my T-70s into its own thing since those are its own faction.
Yeah, it's going to be strange not to be able to fly T-70s in Rebel lists. Jess had become like an absolute staple of my lists.
I know. Well, you fly a list a lot like Philip's list, like 4-ship Rebels.
Yep.
Always with Jess.
Yep.
And Barb.
Yep. Who else would you want but Jess?
Exactly.
Poe? Nah. What a scrub. So Steve's coming along slowly here.
Yep.
He could 3-bank with all his guys. He could 5 straight. He could do more 2 straights and wait to try to have Philip come at him. But I don't see any strong reason right now for Philip to do anything other than just do 1 straight with AP5 in the golds.
Do TIE Defenders have a 1 forward?
They do not.
They do not. Okay.
No. They do have 1 banks. I think Steve might want to fan his guys out a bit, so maybe do a 3-speed maneuver of whatever direction he wants to do with number 3. Well, let's do it 4 with number 3, 3 with number 2, 2 with no one, so that he can come about on a single target a bit faster.
Right, and that way it ensures that all 3 of them get shots
Exactly.
at the same time. Nothing worse than only having a shot with 1 or 2 of your ships.
Yeah. Especially if Philip gets, 3 or 4 of his in there.
Right.
That harpoon on bandit number 3 is his secret weapon. He's got to be hoping that Steve forgets about it. Mm-hmm. So he can get into a position, grab a lock, and then shoot that thing into one of the squishier TIE Ds.
One thing I find is interesting is I was mentioning earlier trying to use AP5 in order to coordinate a double mod onto that harpoon missiles, but Philip seems to be taking AP5 off with his gold squadrons rather than with his Zs.
Yeah. I mean, one reason he might be doing that is he might be thinking that AP5 at the right moment will suddenly switch the locks over to the enemy.
Right.
And
as soon as he gets that opportunity.
Yep. Just try to shut down the shooting efficiency of those guys. So, through the magic of positioning,
Oh, that makes sense.
Philip's 2 Z95s did 4-speed maneuvers and are no longer touching. I think I might have done another straight there. I don't like the stress hog headed towards that asteroid, no matter how pretty that asteroid is.
Right. He's got to hope to 1 or 2 forward and stay back a bit. So here we go. Oh, turn. Just straight up going to go for those Zs.
Wow. Did Philip somehow magically read that?
Yeah, so he knew, and now he's just going to 1-bank in that stress bot anyways.
And Steve has made his own life difficult by moving the outside guy first.
Yep, yet here goes the middle guy.
But our judge, Devin Monkhouse, is there with able hands to assist. Stuff is happening.
Ooh,
It's out.
So close. That would have definitely been in Steve's favor.
Great news for Steve. Is Steve going to do a barrel roll? He is.
Yeah.
So he's just going to stick himself out in front. Hopefully he won't forget to get his evade token. That was the X7, wasn't it? No,
No, it was
one's the
not.
tractor
Yeah, it was
beam.
the
Okay.
tractor beam.
So number 3 is the X7, the guy at the top.
So here we go. Now Steve's list is much more staggered, right? Which means that he's going to put himself into a position where one of his ships are going to be in range 2 while the other one is going to be in range 3, most likely.
Yeah, I don't hate this position. What I don't like is that number 1 has no tokens.
Right.
And, I mean, it's not the most scary thing in the world, but there's a pair of Z95 guns down there.
With a harpoon. Here's the tractor.
All right, he's firing the tractor.
Yeah.
Really get him. I mean, he needs natties here. He gets 2.
That's not far off.
It's pretty good. Phil has to roll paint on both. He gets
No
it.
problem.
Wow.
That would have been bad.
Here's the primary. And it's nothing. And now, the terror of the double Z95 shot. Yeah, that's out of range. Why are you measuring it?
Hey, you always got to check.
Sure.
Plus,
I mean-
it gives more information for next turn.
Sure.
You know, if you were a better player than me.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's nothing I could do about that. I'll practice for a few years. Woo, one hit coming off that Z95. Can he punch through the 4 greens?
Yeah, no problem.
That was 4 natty evades. Wow.
2 hits.
Here it comes, here it comes. Oh, and
Oh,
the defender's going to takes a shield
Yeah.
and regrets coming in so hot.
So definitely favored Steve. Philip favored Philip there. That whole encounter.
Yeah,
Shield's a shield.
I mean, had the tractor beam shot landed, there was a fairly decent chance that it might. 3 reds, no mods, on 2 greens with 1 mod. The odds were still leaning in favor of the green dice with the mod, but it's not such a huge margin. Then that Z95 would be on a rock, which I don't think would actually be huge.
It would have been a barrel roll to the right, which means that Zed wouldn't have gotten a shot, and then he wouldn't have had a mod next turn because he'd be going over that rock.
Yeah, you're right.
Which that one is not the one with the harpoon missile.
Yeah, that's number 3. It's kind of a tricky situation for number 3. Mm-hmm. Number 3 would love to get a target lock and shoot one of those defenders, but at the same time, a 1 straight or a 1 bank leaves him right next to a rock, and tractor beam guy will just go and throw him on that rock.
Yeah, before he even gets to shoot.
Yeah. Now, mind you, if tractor beam guy is doing that, then what he's not doing is dealing with the double Y-wing sandwich of death.
Which is going to come right on in this turn.
Yeah. What I do like about this position for Steve is that those Ys and AP5 have to move continually towards the center over the next couple of rounds.
Right.
Which means that there are going to be multiple rounds for tractor beaming and ioning.
Especially going through those rocks here. And, maybe Steve will surprise us and just 2-turn all of his ships to the right to just try to get those Y-wings. Doing a bump with AP5.
So he's keeping AP5 out of it. 2 turns on the defender are red. So here
So
is
it's
the
3
1
turn.
bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shows how many Imperials I play.
Yeah. You're a rebel and scum guy.
Yeah, I am. And going for the target lock.
I think he's doing the thing he can still do in 1.0 and declare the target lock attempt on someone clearly out of range, get a bunch of information, then decide which one he wants.
There you go.
So he's stuck the target lock on number 1.
Which number 1 might not actually might be in range 1.
Yep. But if what ends up happening is that means Z number 3 baits most of the fire away from the Y-Wings, oh well.
Yep, for sure.
Oh no, my 17-point ship. Actually,
Hey, and a 3
16-point ship.
dice primary is something. 3 dice modded versus 3 dice maybe not modded at that point, depending on how well Philip shoots.
well, those Y-Wings do not give a crap about the rocks.
No. Who needs actions?
Who needs them? So, what did he do here? He is turning.
There you go. Got to
As
get
you
that
call.
stress spot.
He's also facing the rock. So he's either going to have to barrel roll to avoid going through it next round, or take a focus to make his tractor beam shot land. He's going to
There's the
focus. I think that's the right call.
Yeah, for
Dangerous as
sure.
It seems. All right. Yeah, he's doing it with all of them. Now the question is Z95 number 3 with the harpoons range 1 or 2 from Onyx number 1?
It's going to be close either way. But what he wouldn't give to get that tractor beam off the board.
Well, I think he's got it here. I mean, it's the guy with the ion cannon has the tracers. So if he fires first, lands the hit with the tracers, then it's target locks for everybody on the hog. And then how does the tractor beam guy miss?
It's true. Which do you go after the stress bot at that point? Because you can't. It doesn't even with if you one forward him forward, it doesn't look like he's going to end up on that rock, or it's going to be very close.
You're right.
So it might be better just to go after number 2 there, the chopper one, get him on that rock to prevent that shot back. Though maybe he still pushes that number 1 forward just to only get 1 stress with number 1, or force him to go after a less ideal target with
Let's
the
see what
TLT.
He's done here. He's
Tractor beam.
tractor beam.
Yeah,
He's firing at somebody with 2 green dice.
AP 5.
Oh, he's firing on the chopper hog.
Oh, because it's through a rock. That
Yeah.
makes sense. And there we go. There's
There we
that tractor beam forward.
So the chopper hog is going to spend this round visiting the asteroid. And it looks like further shots from the other defenders will be unobstructed on the chopper hog. Ooh,
Yeah.
he took a damage. So the chopper hog may be a smoking ruin by the end of the round.
Which, I mean, if he K-turns next turn, he's not using his action to regenerate. So it's another, 2 turns before he can actually start to regenerate?
Yep. So I missed what happened there.
Me too.
That was a whole lot of damage. Oh, it's 1 damage into hull. Wow. Max damage
Already.
so far. I don't
Yeah.
think he's going to survive the round. But we'll see. Nope. Great
Ooh,
dice for
yeah.
Steve. Was that the ion? Yep.
Yeah,
Okay. That's why I didn't bother modding it. So
yeah,
it's a
'cause
damage
he gets
and
it no
ion.
matter what.
He's not K-turning next round.
He might even be bumping into number 1 there, in which case he's still going to be on the rock next turn.
Yep. So
So
I'm
one
not sure what
crit.
happened here. I think it's blinded to add hilarity.
Because why not? Yeah, there we go.
And the last guy, number 3, with his regular old shot. Oof, paint from everything. And that's 2 more damage, And the Y-wing
Which,
is blown to
There goes
bits and
Stropper
pieces.
bot. So,
As well as that went, I still think you should have gone for the stress hog.
yeah, you think so? Just try to get it off. At least if he eye on the stressed hog, he'd know where it was going to be next turn to prevent getting stressed at that point.
Yep.
But 25 points is 25 points.
Indeed.
So the question is number 1 Onyx Squadron at range 1 of that stress spot? Because if it is, then he's only going to take 1 shot, and it's going to be a lot harder for Philip to push damage through because he'll have to be ranged 2 to 3 through a rock.
At this point, I think if I'm the stress hog, I shoot one of the other guys.
Well, number 1 is also unmodded, while number 2 still looks like it has a focus token
Good
there.
point. You can put a stress on one each.
Ooh, looks like range 2.
Looks like range 2. I mean, I'm worried about those other guys coming in for flanks. I mean, we know Onyx number 1 is going through that rock next round.
Right.
We got 1 hit and then M9G8 for 2 hits. Nice. And nothing.
Oh, there we
So,
go.
2 hits. That guy is shieldless. Wow. You know what? It may just
And,
kill him.
Yeah, well, especially the harpoon missile might still get off here.
Well, if the harpoon's getting off, I don't like his chances of living.
No.
So we've got 2 with the first TLT shot. Philip is reminding us that M9G8 is in play.
Yeah.
We know.
Ooh.
Oh, triple blanks. I mean, Steve's attack dice were so hot, and then, his defense dice are just giving up on him.
The Dice Lords giveth, and the Dice Lords taketh away.
Indeed they do. We got
98,
another reroll, another 2 hits. Man.
Oh,
There
there
you
we
go,
go.
Defender dice.
All paint.
Still, it's only 2 hull left in that guy.
Nope. So we might see a harpoon missile right here. Just try to get that guy off the board.
Man, why are they using that ancient range ruler?
They should be using our PTL range 1.
They really should. And this is a perfect opportunity for that Zed to say, I have you now.
So even okay. So here's a range 1 shot, target lock. Ooh. So not dying this turn,
Nope.
but still taking another damage.
So that's a 1 hull defender who has to go through the rock next
Ooh,
time.
that's rough for Philip too. Well, unless the rock kills him, but otherwise he
Yeah.
has to spend a whole other turn shooting at that guy.
Even if Steve loses the red Onyx, I still like his position. The Y has to go forward. I don't see how 3 and 4. I don't see how 3 gets into a missile position on K turn defenders
No.
next round.
And there's that focus spend.
Yep.
If number 2K turns next round, do you think it's going to hit that rock?
I think it's clear.
Yeah, it's close.
I was trying to think of a way for Philip to use AP5 to come in and block K turns, but I don't think he can do it. He can 3-bank and set up a nasty range 1 shot if they do.
Yeah. It's
And of course, that would end up blocking Onyx 1's K turn.
It also doesn't have any repositioning ability, so you got to kind of live with wherever he ends up, which might be an issue using him as a blocker. But if you're as skilled at this game as Philip is,
So, what do you do if you're Steve? Do you think?
it's a good question. I'm really curious at what AP5 is going to be doing here, to be honest, because it'd be nice to just get it off the board, but it's not really doing much of anything right now. I would say probably some K-turns coming with his defenders. That is what K-turns do. That is what defenders do.
Yeah.
And at least that way, maybe the stress bot will be an arc without... but, if the stress bot turns to the right or banks to the right, then it'd be nice to make sure you really have that shot.
Well, I don't think either of those, either defender number 2 or defender number 3, can actually do 3 turns without hitting the rock. Well, maybe they can.
Number 3 is definitely iffy, but I think number 2 doesn't have any options. Number 1, I would definitely K-turn just to try to get that shot, but the other 2, the problem is if, let's see, number 3, here's the one with X7, so maybe it's worth it to try to 3-turn in just to get that evade and then do the K-turn with number 2.
Yeah. What does Phil do with the stress hog?
It's a good question. Philip would know better whether or not that's going to hit, but I don't think it is. I can't see that stress hog hitting that rock if he goes forward.
No. I like a bank right, a 1 bank right for the stress hog.
Yeah, just ensure you're out of arc in case they do that K-turn.
Yep. And then if they look to K-turn the subsequent round, you can turn back into them.
Yes.
If you can get those Z95s in, so supposing Steve K-turns those 2 guys, if you can get those Zs in where they've got blocking positions in subsequent rounds, that'll be great.
Yeah, it'll definitely give them a good position for next round if they end up doing the K-turn. As of now, I think that number 4 kind of has to bank or 2-turn in. A 2-turn looks like it might fit there.
Might.
But in order to get that number 3 to get his harpoon off next turn if he wants, I'm not sure where he could go and not get blocked.
Yeah.
That's going to be difficult.
Well, I think number 3, Z95 number 3, could do a 1 straight and lock the defender of his choice.
Right.
I was also thinking that AP5 might be able to coordinate him.
That's true, too.
But I'm not sure about the range there.
Yeah, and the AP5 doesn't look like he's going to have any room to 2-turn in there. And he doesn't have a 1-turn or a 3-turn, I think. So...
he does have a 3-turn, but it's red.
So not going to be coordinating with that.
My. I can't believe I forgot.
Oh.
AP5
Yeah.
is going to remove the double stress from the Y-wing.
And then he's going to K-turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Or no, AP5 can only remove 1 stress with the coordinator.
And he has weapons engineer and not integrated extra mech.
Yeah.
But even if he does that and then 1 banks away, it gives him a good opportunity to be able to, or 2 turns away, it gives him a good opportunity to K-turn the turn after that to really line up his shots and getting back in the fight.
Yep.
But that leaves AP5 very...
He does a 1 bank. What's he going to do?
Vulnerable. Well, he also is missing a target lock now, right? So he could target lock. There we go. Yeah,
And
there's
there's
that
the
2-turn
2-turn.
in. It does fit, it looks like.
You called it.
Yeah.
He's just blocking up the area. Try to escape, Onyx Squad. Try to escape. He's thinking about it. Can there be shots on him? It's tough to say.
Yeah, I mean...
He's just going to focus.
Okay.
Caution.
There's that 1 bank. Not even a 2-turn there.
I'm worried about number 4. Doesn't want to be facing 3 shots from 2 defenders.
No, he doesn't.
Not tokenless. Ouch. Scary. And the hog is going to do the 1 straight, clear a stress,
Get a bump.
and bump into our friend the Z95 number 3. It seems that he's left space for the Onyx squad to K-turn.
K-turn in there. Yeah, he has. But I'm not sure really what opportunity he had to ensure that didn't happen.
So I think Devin's going to have Steve just roll the die before.
That makes a lot of sense.
No, they're going to
okay.
make life complicated. So in this kind of situation, if you know you're passing through a rock,
Might as well roll the die first.
roll the die first. Save everyone the work. Theme music.
So the next turn, the stress bot can also 2-turn in if... Oh, yeah, that's definitely over the rock.
Yep.
If those number 2 and number
And
3...
he
there
does.
we go. It doesn't even matter. So if number 2 and number 3 K-turn, the stress bot can also 2-turn in and become a blocker himself if he really needs to.
Yep.
Yeah, ouch indeed.
Pickles says purple hands in the dice cam is creepy. You know what's creepy, Pickles? Dudes named Pickles.
Well, we have Thanos rolling our dice here today.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Everybody forgot about that. That's nice. Does he fit or is he on the rock? There's some nudging going on there.
Ooh.
I don't know.
It's, oh, it looks like it fits.
Devin is going to have to decide what happened there.
Did it nudge when he placed?
It moved, whether it
Okay.
moved because of something that would have been an overlap or just because it overshot when he landed the template. It's too difficult for me to say with a screen like this.
So now it looks like number 2's definitely got that nice range 1 shot on that stress saw. Oh, there we go. Interesting. Stopping that damage from next turn, but ensuring that that Y-wing has a shot on him.
Yep. It was an interesting call.
But AP5 no longer has a shot on him, if he did.
And here's a 4K.
There we go.
So, oh no, that's a 4
yeah.
straight. That was an interesting call.
Okay.
This is the X7. So he's going to think about barrel rolling in and try to shoot
AP5.
in the face.
Yeah.
He's got to make sure to give himself enough room so he can K-turn next round.
I mean, it makes sense, right? AP5's getting a shot on him no matter what. Might as well take that shot back while you can.
Yeah, I don't know if the Onyx has got it.
It's close. Nice little 1.0 barrel roll right there.
Oh, yeah. Enjoy them while you can, folks. They're already starting to feel like cheating.
I know, it sort of is, eh?
Yeah.
Everyone's saying fly arc ships now. I say fly all the turrets you can
Right.
because you're not going to be able to.
Right. Run around with 1.0 dash and just go, yeah, I don't care. I'm shooting you.
Exactly. Or put Luke Skywalker on 2.0 dash and do the same thing.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Steven's
that
dice are
is
red hot.
vicious.
That looked like 2 hits and a crit on AP5. AP5 rolls 1 of 8.
So taking a face-up damage
crit.
card.
He's trying to show us, but I can't see. I think it might have been damaged cockpit, which is damaged engine. That's
Damage
bad.
engine, yes, that is not great.
Damaged cockpit is, of course, just funny. And number 2 will ion cannon the Y-wing.
Okay,
Success.
2, right? Only gets 1 defense anyways.
So he takes damage and an ion. And then he'll shoot his primaries. Let's see if Steven's hot dice hold up. They do not. 1 crit.
Ooh.
And it's a
And
shield
yeah.
from the Stress Hog. Still, that ion token changes things a great deal.
Well, I mean, the nice thing about all the squad going to number 2 or being pilot skill 2 is that he could just move the stress bot before he moves the Z and hope that it bumps.
So it's only 1 hit. And will the 3 green die defender defend?
Yep,
does.
there we go. Gets 1.
All right.
So this was not a great round for Philip, that's for sure.
Nope. Got some very nice dice, unmodded dice. Steven got some very nice unmodded dice there.
Yeah.
And there's not much Philip could do about that. Devin is measuring arcs.
Yeah, it looks like it might just sneak in. Oh, maybe not.
Pickles replies, what's creepier, given name Pickles or nickname Pickles, a.k.a. Graham? So, what's happening now? We've got a hero shot from AP5.
Right. Range 1.
And
Yeah,
he gets
no
nothing.
problem.
So far, Steven's dice are really helping him here. Really doing some work. Okay, so
So AP5's not turning anywhere, which is a shame because it would be a good either butt shot or blocker a number 3 next turn.
yep.
Again, I think you have to move the stress spot before you move the Z and hope it bumps, but that's going to be by a nub. I'm not even sure if that works.
Self bump with the hog,
Yeah.
or let it go one forward.
I would say... Ooh.
Well, I don't think it's ever becoming unstressed now.
No, I think that's it. But if you bump with the 1 and then bump with the 3, maybe number 2 will bump and the hog will get a nice range 1 shot. Or number 2 will just K turn. It's not hitting that rock anyways, and then it gets itself a nice shot. Mm-hmm. Is number 3 target locked anybody right now?
Z3, no. He focused last round,
Right.
and then he didn't have a shot.
Right. For
Yeah.
a guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he locked him in the first round of shooting.
Yeah, but he spent that lock,
He
right?
did, yep.
Yeah.
So this is a rough position, I think, for Philip. Really rough. I think that defender number 2 just K turns. With his stress, he'll get no actions,
Yeah.
but puts him behind the Y-wing.
Which is what he wants. Who cares about number 3? It can't go anywhere to get a shot off a harpoon missile unless he's harpoon missiling the X7, in which case...
Yeah, he'll probably waste the shot.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, he might get a damage through, but that's not what he needs at this point.
Well, 1 damage through on the full health X7 is not great.
I mean, he's looking at 3 rounds at least before the stress hog can turn around. Right? Because it's got to go ionize this round.
Yeah.
Next round, it's got to turn.
In which case, he's probably better off just 2-turning to the cows come home. But it's not going to happen this round, that's for sure.
Yep. He could try for a block with Z number 3 on the K turn that number 2 Onyx 2 might do.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, if number 2 just does like a 3 straight, then he's looking at getting shot in the face.
Yes. Wait till that Z has itself a nice little red barrel roll.
Yeah.
That definitely will free up its options a little. I don't think, because it would do that 2-turn towards the left in order to try to get that block. But it's a risky maneuver, that's for sure. I think it might be better just to try to get the harpoon missile off. But who knows? So what are you most excited about for 2.0?
T65s.
T65s, yeah. Them being a thing?
Yeah.
A game called X-Wing having X-Wings?
Yep. I mean, I love the T65, and I fly them even when they were not good, which is now. So I'm looking forward to them being a bit better. Luke is obviously going to be a thing. Whether or not Wedge and Thane and Garvin are also good, we'll see.
Right. Well, unfortunately, they're taking out Tarn Missen, which is the
know.
best X-Wing in the game,
Tarn Meissen
as we all know.
and Wes
Meissen.
Jansen are both going away. Probably. We don't know that for sure, but they might.
You Look Like a Nail says that they're excited to fly B-Wings, which will be amazing with those one Talon rolls. I will one Talon roll with them until the cows come home, that is for sure.
Indeed. And then he or she says, also, Hawks won't suck. Not only will Hawks not suck, Hawks will rock.
They will be a staple of every one of my lists as
Yep.
soon as 2.0 drops.
Do I have a Hawk left I can throw in this list? Man, I hope Rourke comes back.
Well, the Torquil is there, so I wouldn't see why he wouldn't be.
Wow, we've got a lot of people following and subscribing. Thank you for Cast Tapper for subscribing.
Yeah, thanks for everybody for subscribing. Oh, so there we go. 2-turn, gonna take a stress.
You just went ahead and did it.
Get that block if you can.
Quad jump.
Quad jump. Oh, Pickles, I agree. 110%. I purposely have not been flying quad jumpers in 1.0 because they're just going to be so much better in 2.0. As long as pattern analyzer is still a thing.
You know, it might not.
We'll see. We haven't seen any tech slots yet because everyone who gets tech slots, well, except for the quad jumper.
There's a fancy pants ship. I wasn't paying attention. Did the Y-Wing do its move already, I wonder?
Don't think so. The dial is still on the board, but that doesn't mean much of anything.
No. Okay. So,
There we go. So that'll be its bump.
okay. So he's just trying to get the rock between himself and the K turning X7.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, if Onyx 2 has K turned, he's going to ionize the Y again.
Yeah. And then he could just honestly ionize him off the board if he really wants to. Luckily, yeah, it looks like
Oh, it's a 2 bank. Well, I
okay.
wouldn't have called that in a million years.
No, not at all. Which means if he did 2-turn in the Z, it means he would have gotten that block off.
Yeah. But he seems to be setting up to mess with the X7.
Number 3 over there, yeah. So
And
K turn
there's the K.
right in front of AP5.
Well, those are good moves for Steven. He's got concentrated fire on Z95 number 3.
Yeah, might as well take that harpoon off the board right now if you can. But it looks like number 3, the harpoon, it has target locked the guy who's directly in his arc.
Yep.
And if he doesn't die, he's getting that missile off.
Yep.
The trick is going to be surviving this round because with those 2 arcs on him,
It's 3 shots total.
but no mods, right?
No mods in number 2. Hasn't slowed Steven down a bit so far.
It's true. Nor number 3, right? Because he got that evade for K turning. I can't see if
he took a focus, I think he's thinking on it.
Yeah. Well, I guess he's deciding to barrel roll to get out of AP5's arc.
And more importantly, number 3's arc.
Yeah, okay. So there we go. Yeah. Ooh, that's going to be close, but I think it might be out.
Yep, I think so too.
That's rough.
Yep. That's looking pretty fatal for Philip.
Yeah.
Yep, we've got range ones from the dude with the ion cannon.
Oh, he's actually using the ion cannon.
2 again.
Okay. Nope.
Nothing.
Going forward.
So that's 1 damage and an ion token.
Yes. You look like a nail. That Z95 is going to have a bad day.
And it's, once again, super hot fire. 3.
Oh my
the Zed
God.
is gone.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, there was a direct hit in
vicious, Vicious. So, I don't know how Philip can come back from this. I don't think he can.
there, too. Yeah, I don't see it either. Well, hold on. This hero is Z95. Oh, well, Steven's still getting to shoot number 3. Why is he rolling 4 dice? I guess he's got arc on AP5. 3, and AP5 rolls 1 evade, so 2 more damage.
Which kills AP5?
Nope, he's on 1 hull.
I thought he took a damage and a crit before.
He had a shield.
Right, I thought he took 2 damage and a crit.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Shot back.
Come on, hero Z95.
No. Someone's not getting promoted.
No. Looks like he's deciding not to spend his lock.
Probably a good call. Okay.
Yeah.
So, where do you go from here?
Well, I think you 2 bank away with AP5.
Yep.
And then neither of those defenders are hurt, are they? Ouch.
Yeah. Number 4, 1 banks in at that point. That stress spot, I don't know what it's going to do. It can't K-turn. It's really got a 2-turn and then 2-turn and then hope he can get a shot. But that's 2 turns from now. That's going to be the death of possibly both of his other ships, and the defenders could probably arc dodge him at that point.
It's 2 turn. It's 2 turns too many.
Yes. Oh.
Say that fast.
You couldn't.
No, I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't even say it once. 2 turns too many. There we go. I kind of cheated. I slurred. Just a 1 straight. Yeah, I mean, he's going to make him do the work of killing AP5.
Yeah, and I mean, even if he takes an ion, it's not going to matter because he takes the damage with that ion. He's dead anyways.
Yeah.
So
he's now locked both of those dudes. He's going to make them re-roll their attack dice.
Do what you can.
Yep.
There we go.
Focus. And we've got a 2-turn.
Coming around the mountain.
Yep. That's all he can do.
Got a 3 straight?
Yep. So it looks like he just arc dodged the Z, and we'll take a shot through the rock on the Y-wing. Why not?
Yep. No one likes that stress spot.
Nope.
So no repositioning, just got to kind of focus up, take your evade, and let that be that.
Don't see any barrel roll options there for him.
No,
Oh,
no
he's gonna
good
grab
ones.
a lock.
Oh, there we go. Forgot they could do that. I almost never see it happen.
And what do we have here? We have a 3-turn. This is the defender that just doesn't care about having actions.
Who needs actions when you roll as hot as Steve's been rolling?
It's true.
Yeah.
I think AP5 is in a bad way.
Yeah, I don't know how it could survive unless M9G8 does some hard work this turn.
Right. We'll see. I mean, it's 2 shots he has to make a miss.
Yes, that's true. Forgot about that double shot.
Okay, so here's the
Ion.
shot. Whoa.
Oh, yeah, pointing out the M9G8.
You know, Philip may have forgotten that in an earlier round. Whoa!
There we go.
Causes him to miss the ion shot. All right, M9G8.
That little droid does a lot of work.
And he's thinking on it. Now here, I think the thing you do is you stay on AP5.
Yeah, might as well get it off the board. There we go. Okay, so he's not M9G8ing out of anything.
Doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
The best M9G8 can do is, best AP5 can do. Nah.
There we go.
That's
Just
history for AP5.
taking 2 damage cards. There we go.
Oh, he rolls 2 of 8 heroically, but it doesn't matter. Hot dice.
Which would have been great if he was
hot dice.
playing a specific Seek, but even then.
Yep, and all the M9GA target locks are now gone.
Yep. So there's really nothing stopping Steve from just cleaning up.
Yep.
There we go, 1.
He didn't spend the target lock. All right.
Maybe he forgot. Or maybe he's waiting for that not through a rock range 3 shot.
Maybe I would have spent it. Here we go, Hero Z95. Oh, spends the lock.
3.
Oh, I see.
Oh, on the wrong one.
Yeah, I think you want to shoot that guy anyway. You want to shoot the other dude.
Yeah. Oh, so he's taking 2.
So, as we were saying at the beginning, if somehow, with magic, Philip can kill Onyx 2 and hang on to his Y-Wing and his Z95, he can win.
That's his win condition.
He's got to do that for 24 minutes, though. It just seems really unlikely.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult. That's for sure.
If he loses another ship, he loses. Yeah.
So, K-turn from 4 here, you think? Number 1 does this, or the stress spot does the 2 turn in, try to double stress number 2. Number 2's the damaged one anyways, so he doesn't get those M98 rerolls, but maybe he can push through a couple damage. 2 stress, nothing to scoff at. Not like it's stopping number 2 having that 1 stressed right now.
Yeah. I think you 3 turn with number 2 towards the Y. Just do the face-off.
Yeah.
Try to get in range 1.
And it wouldn't surprise me if we saw a 3 turn for number 3 over the rock as well.
Maybe a 3 bank. No, I think you're right. 3 turn. Yep.
Yeah. It's that 3K turn.
Yeah. Z95. What else do you do?
Hero Z95. Gonna solo the rest of the entire list.
Z95s aren't going to have their 3K anymore.
Don't they have
maybe I'm wrong.
I think they have like a 4K now or something.
They've got a 4K in addition. That's what it is.
Yeah. Still, the only ship in the game that did not gain Talon rolls in 2.0 Z95s.
Here we go. And he's doing the
3 turn.
Expected 3 turn. I mean, if you were confident if Philip had been confident about that, he could have done the 1 bank there with the Y.
Yes, yeah, but
guess he won.
It's better probably to get that shot now.
And you called it. Oh, stuff gets nudged all over the place.
Put it anywhere. Though actually, it might be a bump.
Looks like a bump.
Yeah. So
good news for Philip. He's just gonna. I mean, the trouble here is Onyx 2 is carrying that ion cannon.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it takes a damage. But not on the one he wants.
Yeah. Nevertheless, it's a step closer to victory. for Beleaguered Rebels Squad.
So that ion cannon's going to be vicious because it's pretty much going to take that Y-wing out of the point of the game where it's going to get another shot.
Yeah.
That'll just kind of be it.
Just
There we
roll
go.
trip
Yeah,
nats.
just roll whatever
Just
you want.
trip nats.
Just set your dice wherever you want them to
All
be.
right.
Oh no! Philip has to be crying right now.
I hear him laughing hysterically.
Yeah.
Oh, and
That's
he
it.
concedes.
That's game.
That's game.
All right.
And that was Philip G
Winner,
against
winner.
Steve Hot Dice Buey. All right,
Oh
folks.
man! So he took 2 direct hits at the end there.
Wow.
Yeah. So it wouldn't have mattered. Ooh, vicious.
All right, folks. Well, thanks for tuning in. Tune in next week when we have our other 2 matches from the Prototype Toronto League Top 8. We will have Timbo Slice, other favorites such as Evan Cameron. Who else is in there? I'm forgetting it. Now I feel bad. Ooh, newcomer Perry.
Oh yeah, he took the
Very
PTL
well.
by storm this year.
He did. And who's the 4th person I'm forgetting? Damn. Oh, well.
Eric Z maybe.
No, it wasn't Eric.
Okay.
I don't know. Some other 4th guy. Really exciting 4th guy.
We're so sorry, 4th guy.
Have a good night, folks.